What's shaking, everybody? If you're new here, welcome. And if you're a returning viewer or subscriber, you already know I'm Say the Breeze, and this is Say the Breeze Gaming. As you can see, I'm here in Starfield, okay? And now that I have my stream up and running in OBS, I'm able to have overlays on my stream. I'm really happy about that. Now, this Starfield stream is going to be something special because this is the first time I'm going to be able to showcase all of my favorite mods live for you all, so you're going to be able to see how some of my favorite mods work, how you can enhance and expand your gameplay, and also see what Starfield has to offer now, because it's been a while since I've seen Starfield have a lot of community hype behind it, aside from the actual game's super fans like myself. So I feel like Starfield is underrated and it deserves more credit. There's so much more you can do in this game than just base game, but also with mods you can turn Starfield into really any type of game you want to, really, like depending on what style your gameplay is. You can really change the settings and even the environment to something that you prefer rather than Starfield's base game if you don't like Starfield's base game. Now me, I love Starfield's base game. I just feel like it was missing quite a bit of things, so I wanted to add some things in. So as you can see, we're pulling up to my outpost and my ship right there is massive. Okay, I built that ship piece by piece, you hear me? So we're going to do a tour of my ship live as well. I'm also going to give y'all a tour of my outpost. Now as you can see, the game is a little laggy here. This is not from mods. The lag that you get from driving in the Rev 8 is from base game. So just keep that in mind if you see me driving around in the car up here and it gets a little stuttery. It's not the actual stream itself. It is not the mods that I'm playing with in my load order. It is just Starfield's base game. So keep that in mind. And let's just get to exploring. So here is my main headquarters outpost, and this is where we basically ship out helium 3. Okay, this is the perfect planet to make sure you have all of the helium that you need. You can also get if I'm not mistaken, aluminum and another resource out here. Let me see if it's in the range I can scan it. So it's aluminum and something else. It might be iron. I see red. So it might be iron. I'm thinking it's either iron or I think it's a low-level resource, so it's very possibly just iron, I'm thinking. I don't want to go too far outside of the zone, just because I want to actually show y'all my outpost. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and see, that's why we don't like to go far from the outpost right there. Alright, here we go. So as you can see, my crew members are here and they are quite busy walking around in and out of the airlock going into our headquarters here. So I'm gonna go ahead and I knew I was not gonna catch that airlock that fast. It moves quickly. Oh, my controller. Hold on. Alright, here we go. So yeah, we're gonna just go in this airlock right quick. I probably should have held that airlock for that. My bad. Alright, so this is the check-in area. Very nice, very nice. And as you can see, it's just a nice little waiting room and check-in desk and a crew station that your crew member can work at. And you can have them sit here and actually assign them to these different items here. So if you want to have them sweeping floors, or if you want to have them sitting down and watching TV, you can assign your crew members to do pretty much anything in-game with the NPC animations. So here is the rec center. As you can see, he might use something in the rec center. Are you gonna use something in the rec center? Are you gonna showcase anything? No. I'm gonna have to. Okay, that's fine. Sometimes they just idle and walk around, but I'm gonna show you that the stuff around here works. So this is one mod that I have, and it basically makes the weight benches and the pull-up benches actually work, but not just only that. It also gives your character benefits from using the pull-up bar and the weight bench. So you can actually gain your fitness skill throughout doing different workouts. And it also gives you the option to change the setting if you want to auto switch into a gym outfit, which they already give you, or if you just want to keep on the regular outfit you have on. But I just chose to do it like this, so that way it's more immersive. You know, it looks like it's a workout outfit rather than me just doing pull-ups in my spacesuit. You know what I'm saying? Now this hab is a
Hello,
modded
Captain.
hab, and it's it's a part of a huge mod that comes with a lot of building habs. I'm trying to remember the name of it. I can pull up my load order if I need to. But I know it's not the Betamax functional decor because that's smaller decor. I think, what is the name of this hab mod? It's not Better Living Outpost. Okay, I'm tempted to look through creations list right quick. I had to wait until I got off the bar first, just so I don't cause any issues. Let me go scroll down creations right quick. It's in a build category, so it's gonna be farther down the list. I'm scrolling. Oh, I might have went too far. Let me see. And if you're seeing this, you can actually see my entire load order. So this is a working load order. So if you don't feel like trying to fight with Starfield's load order system and trying to figure out what mods go in what order, take some notes, save the load order, you know what I'm saying? And you'll be able to have a working game save, and you can build as much as you like, okay? Because I definitely have build limits turned off on here. Okay, I'm scrolling. I have so many mods, y'all. Bear with me. I have so many mods, like so many. So I'm trying to remember which one. It comes in a build pack, but I'm trying to remember which build pack. Wait. Matter of fact, it is Betamax. It is Betamax. It's not functional decor. It's Betamax. Betamax's Outpost Framework mod. That is where we get the habs from that are unique and not the small base game
All
habs
systems
you can
looking
build
good,
with.
boss.
So these also have two-story versions. So we're going to see one of those in a second. But so this is the rec room. And now I have a lot of display screens, a lot of different furniture and decor items throughout here. These walls are even custom walls that are modded. And I built the layout of them and everything. So this original observation hab that we're in, if you have it, the observatory, if you have it, you know this normally doesn't come with these interior walls. So I built these to make a cafe and different room sections throughout the observatory. So this mod for these is better buildable walls and doors. Volume 2, or the most updated version. That's the version that I have. And then this is the cafe. As you can see, we got a crew member here cleaning the floors. Got somebody here enjoying some lunch. And then we have some vending machines. And I'm going to talk more specifically about the vending machines a little bit later. And then we have another item that is from Betamax's functional decor. That is the working water fountains. And then some of these vending machines come from either Scully's Emporium mod, Scully's Emporium loot add-on mod, or Betamax's functional decor or Better Living Outpost, because they all come with different versions of vending machines and different decor and stuff. So some of these items like lamps and tables is duplicates of each in the build mode. Okay, so I'm just giving y'all every mod I used throughout the process. So as you can see, this is my beautiful captain's quarters right here at this outpost. As you can see, we have a crew member here that's deciding to be in my room. Shit is in my room, bruh. You got this whole outpost and you chose to be here. It's crazy. Now, I ain't gonna disturb you. Alright, so now, and then we do have the functional door like this. So now I'm gonna take you through this way, which is the bathroom. Fully stocked, and then we do have a functional toilet, so you can also sit, and then you have the button you can press. But I'm playing without a crosshair, so sometimes it's a little hard to find where the prompt is to get it to pop up. But if you're playing with a crosshair, it's 1,000 times easier. But I'm playing without a crosshair, so either way, you can flush the toilet there. So we're gonna come through here. As you can see, we got some wall decor up here, you know, and then I do have doors sectioning off a lot of the different wings within the outpost. So this is basically a storage room, and they haven't fully unpacked room, you know. Up here is the bar that is made out of a terrarium base, okay? And then we come into here. This is the main headquarters work area for like this specific outpost, okay? Now, I may end up making another outpost that looks better than this, and then that might end up being the headquarters. But for the time being, this is the headquarters, okay? So you have every supply outpost kiosk that you can use, all right? You also have a UC vending machine where you can get you some meals and stuff. Then we also have the bounty board, which I think I need to use. So we're gonna go ahead and clear that bounty that I have. We're gonna go ahead and clear that. We're just gonna act like I didn't have a bounty out there in the UC, you know. And then I have a trade authority kiosk, and these actually do work too. So like this is one you can buy items from, and then you can also sell items from it, and then also sell items from your ship as well. Oh, why is it saying the rail star is my ship? Okay, so recently I just stole a ship and it set it as my home ship. Why? I don't know, but let me switch it and make sure it's showing my ship, the ship that it actually is. See, it says this one is the home ship. Maybe it's just showing the rail stars inventory because I hacked that ship recently. That's the most recent ship that I hacked. Okay, that makes sense. All right, because I do have a mod that lets you hack ships, so that way you don't have to like fly off in the ship to claim it as your own, and you can add it to your fleet of ships. And then I currently have the fleet commander mod, which lets me like have more ships fly around with me at the same time. It's like you can have ships kind of fly in the distance behind you, or you can have them fly beside you, kind of like an escort. And then I have the ship tools menu, which basically gives you the option to like teleport to your ship and all of that. So this is just a workstation you can assign crew members to. Like for instance, I put an assignment rug here, and you can't see it, it's invisible, but when I turn the assignment setting on, you can actually see the rug pop up. So I'll show you that right quick. So we go into settings, go into gameplay options, and just know when you flip this setting enabled and disabled back and forth, it does force an autosave, but you don't have to use that autosave to reload into the game or anything like that. And I don't recommend you trusting the autosaves. Okay, just trust your hard saves that you make. Don't use autosave. Just take my take my word for it. You might lose your game save if you try to bank on autosaves. Okay, so we're gonna turn on up. Wait, nope. Not ship crew assignments. We're going to do living outposts just so you can see the outpost version, because it is a difference in between the two rugs you can put down. One is vertical and one's horizontal. So after it forces the autosave, you'll be able to back out, and then you can go right back to what you're doing. So now you can see that there's actually a rug here that I placed, okay? And so you can basically have an NPC be assigned to it. So if I press Y, you'll be able to see who's assigned to it already. So it says Frontier Outpost Manager is currently assigned to this map. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they're assigned here, okay? So you can choose to actually test these out and see how it looks with the mods that I also have, which are the usable NPC animation markers mod. It's 2 versions of it. And basically it lets you use the NPC markers, the ones we can't normally use in base game Starfield. So that's the reason why mods are so amazing, because usually in Starfield you can't do this. So I'm about to show you. So you can't use the different items that's around the map and stuff that NPCs can use. You can't like walk around and hold a slate or take notes on a slate. You can't sweep the floor and stuff like that. But now you can with this mod. So you just put down all those different rugs in different places that you want, and then you can assign crew members to that. That's what the living outpost mod and the ship crew assignments. But then with the usable animations and NPC markers, you're able to expand what you can do with the rugs that you get from those mods, and expand what you can do with the base game items. So for instance, you can sit in the chair regularly, or you could sit how an NPC does. You see what I'm saying? If you find a marker on the floor somewhere, because this is a modded building, we're not going to find any unless I placed them. So if you find a marker on the floor that would be invisible, it wouldn't show a rug, because base game has them, but they're not rugs there. You can't turn the rug on and off. It's like base game just has some around in different locations, like on your ship. You can lean on a wall, or you can repair items and stuff, and it lets you use all of those. So we'll be able to see a little bit more of that throughout my gameplay. And I just want to like list off the mods as I'm thinking of them. I don't really have a specific order of how I'm listing them off. You know, this isn't like a scripted mod review video. This is just me kind of going over my favorite mods in Starfield, showcasing to y'all what Starfield can be and what it's capable of, you know, what the game engine is able of creating, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and just knowing you're able to run this in Starfield, and I have almost 200 mods in here, if not 200 mods. So yeah, like, and I'm on Xbox. You feel me? Like, I'm on Xbox. You're seeing Xbox Series X gameplay. Now, when I was on Series S, I could not run nearly as many mods as this. It was too much for the system. But at Series X, I haven't had issues, like, you know, and I finally got my load order right. So as you can see, this is just the crew quarters. This is the work area. We had the vending machines, and then we also have this quiet room right here. It's basically a prayer room, so they can come here and, you know, do their prayers. And then they also have the residential area through there. I'm gonna show y'all, but I'm gonna show you that this is actually functional. So this is another mod that I have. So one is it comes with the one of the decor mods I have that I listed, either Better Living Outpost or Betamax Functional Decor, Windows, or Scully's Important. One of these mods that I have in my load order it includes a prayer mat. Now there is multiple versions of being able to put the prayer animation in game, and that's why I was telling y'all about the living outposts and ship crew assignments mats, because you can use those to create prayer mats as well, and that I will showcase to you more about when we are in my ship, because my ship is a better place I can really show you about some of these mods that I'm talking about. But these are just the ones that are popping up in my head as I'm walking through, giving y'all a tour of the outposts. It's, you know, like so let me go ahead and show you this. So every time I'm showing you those, I'm literally clicking the sit option or like the regular option. I'm not clicking as NPC, even though I can, but you know, some of them will have different animations for as NPC and then as the sit animation or whatnot. So there you go. So as you can see, we got that animation there. And then if you do as NPC, for some different animations, some of them show different animations. So now we're gonna come through here to the crew quarters, and now we got customized lockers for our crew members and customized little corners of each room. Everybody has their own little style, feel me? Nice view of outside the outpost. As you can see, my crew members are out there not doing no work at all. That's fine. I don't have anybody assigned to workstations right now, so they can do whatever. And then we have the DJ station here, which also is a mod. Okay, so when you see these throughout my game save, this is from a mod called DJ Consoles, DJ Booth and Consoles, or DJ Consoles and More, something like that. You feel me? And this actually works. It is functional, so you can drop some beats with the animation as the DJ, or you can do it as NPC. But then you also can choose on one of the versions of this where you can actually choose which song type you want to play. So for instance, if you want to play like a different genre of music, you can do that. So let me show you the animation as the DJ. So this is just like a DJ station for whatever crew member decided to have this corner of the room. They want to, you know, have their own fun while they out here at the outpost. And so you feel me, you can see that. Now if I added the other DJ booth console, let me see if it's space for it. We're gonna see. Hold on. So as you can see, we have more consoles in DJ booth. Yeah, so let's see if we can fit it. I don't know if we're gonna be able to fit it, but there is a version of it that you can change the songs on. I'm trying to see. I thought it was this version I have here, but hold on. Wait, it might be this version. I'm not tweaking. Let me go first person. And I don't have my, what's it called, on my crosshair on, so it's really gonna be hard to find the click prompt area for it. Alright, well yeah, we just gonna have to do without that right now. Let me see. Oh, wait. So this one has the stations here. There we go. So we got music there. You can turn that off. Then it lets you, hold on, wait. Gotta find the sweet spot for it again. Wait, oh. Close. There we go. And then this is the club music from the Borealis. And then yeah, there is a different version where you can choose the individual track playlist, but I'm not sure which one it is. That will be something I have to do some further testing on to find out. Alright, and then also when we do head back out the other way, I'm gonna show y'all the other music console thing that you can get as well. That's a mod. So if you want to add music throughout your game, you can. So this right here is another crew room. Very nice, very simple, you know, and you can assign crew members to the bed. So as you can see, it says unassign this bed, but I don't want to click that because I have a crew member assigned there and I don't remember who. So basically you can assign every crew member a bed and a workstation. Okay. And once you do that, you can set a time of day that all of your crew members collectively wake up, what time they go to sleep, what time they start work, and what time they wake up. So you get 4 options for every single crew member. So as you saw upstairs, we just had a real small, tight crew area. And then this is really where I want to show y'all. Because this is where magic happens, okay? So you see these machines right here? These are not just your regular, ordinary vending machines, okay? So let me tell you why the Starfield community is so amazing. Let me tell you why Reddit is amazing. Let me tell you why creativity is amazing, okay? So with these food printers, each of them is a different version, as you can see. In my game save, I have the option to place actually 4 different versions from 4 different mods. But let me tell you how some of these mods came to be. So in base game, Starfield, these food printers don't have a pop-up where you can activate and use them because they're not functional in base game. When I first ran across them, I was like, man, this reminds me of the movie Spy Kids. You feel me? And now with the movie Spy Kids, if you remember when Junie wanted a burger and they was on the ship, they popped in the burger packet into the little microwave and it popped out a full burger. They didn't cook a burger, they didn't order a burger. The microwave just popped out and spawned a burger out of nowhere. You dig? So with that, I was like, man, this would be an amazing idea, right? This would be a great idea to get a modder to actually make these functional. Now, at the time, I didn't know much about Reddit and the Starfield community on Reddit. But let me tell you, if you play Starfield and you play modded Starfield, you need to be on Reddit, man, because if not, you're missing out on so much news about mods. But also, you can put in mod requests 1 day a week. You can put in mod requests, okay? So you can think of anything of your dreams, and if it's within reason of creation and can be created, and some modder sees it and thinks, hey, we'll do it, they will put it in game. And guess what? That is how these food printers came to be functional. I got on Reddit and I was like, look, y'all, I really think it would be a great idea if we could input items into this food machine, you know, and actually make it functionally spit out food. Well, not just one mod creator, not just 2 mod creators, but multiple mod creators came out with versions of a working food printer. Okay? Oh, thank you so much. You said definitely enjoy your mod selection and decorating. Oh, snap. I done missed a whole bunch of comments. Oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. For real. Oh, snap. Yeah, I built all of these from scratch. I built all these outposts from scratch, decorated them as well. My ship looks even better than the outpost. I promise. My ship looks 1,000 times better than the outpost. You feel me? We gonna get there. I promise. So these food printers were not originally functional. But once I went on Reddit and I made a post asking, hey, can we please have these functional? You know, can we input items and then be able to create whatever food we're looking for? When I say they made multiple versions, so look at this right here. Look at the functionality of the first one, okay? So this right here, they turned into an actual vending machine, but it's random. So we're going to click activate. It takes 75 of our credits, and then it gives out whatever food it randomizes and gives you. I'm going to click it again, just so you can see that it's giving multiple random food selections. Multiple. You know, it's not going to give you the same food unless it just randomizes and it just so happens to give you another food item that's exactly the same. But chances are, because there's so many items of food in the game, it's not happening. You know, you're going to get something random every time. So now, here with the Replimax food printer, this is one of my favorite versions of it. But when I say I am so happy with all of the food printers that they made available, so I just want to say a big thank you to the modders that did that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, thank you. So now let's talk about the Replimax food printer. This right here, oh man, when I say this is not your regular food printer, this is not just like a microwave you pop things in and it pops out the food, but it's more so like the Spy Kids microwave where you could pop in, you feel me, something and it gives you something else. You feel me? So look, hear me out. Watch what happens. when I click use. So it says you're currently having you currently have 49 units of matter available for replication. Make a selection or convert materials to increase matter reserves. Now that probably sound like a lot of gibberish, but let me just explain what it means. So you can input anything that you own in Starfield into here when it comes from guns, bullets, food, clothes, spacesuits, packs. You can put any of those items inside of this vending machine and turn it into matter, which is like, you know how all items are made up of atoms and matter? Well, this machine takes it back to that. So it's going to take whatever you input. So if I put a spacesuit and a gun, it's going to turn that back into matter, back into atoms, and it's going to give me a number of how much matter I have. And that is going to be the coins that I can spend. So I can't spend money at this vending machine. You don't spend cred sticks at this vending machine, but you can make any type of food that you want in game. When I say any type of food you want in game, any type of food you want in game, and you can make it out of anything. So I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. So first, because I know the prices up here, it's based off of units of matter. It's not going to be like economy prices in Starfield, like where you're spending, a decent amount of cred sticks for a sandwich or something, and it's a reasonable price. No, the units of matter can get confusing with keeping track of how much equals to what. So don't worry about calculating it. Let it calculate it itself. So we're going to do convert materials, and then as you can see, the Replimax converter is empty. Okay, so we're going to go over to inventory. And now we're going to scroll down. And we're going to choose anything to get rid of. Anything. But I got to choose something that I don't actually want. So let me actually go through and find something I got a duplicate of. Okay, so I'm going to put this spacesuit in there. So when I switch over, it says Replimax converter. Now at the top, you see how it says plus 8,650 matter just off that one spacesuit. But it hasn't converted it yet. So you don't have to worry about if you accidentally put something in the Replimax converter tab. It has not deleted it yet. It has not turned it into atoms in matter form yet. Okay, so we're going to press back to go to the confirm screen. And then now it says, are you sure you want to permanently destroy the items you added and convert them into 8,650 units of replication matter? Final warning. Now it literally says final warning in bold, because when I say there is no way you can recover the items you put in here once you put them through the actual replication process. So once you press yes, there is no recovering what you put in the Replimax food printer. Okay, so don't put something from base game that's mission focused and you need it. Don't put something that's legendary and superior and you want it and you'll probably never find it again in game because it came from a hard mission. You know what I'm saying? Don't put things in here that you've upgraded that you know for sure you want to keep. Okay? But this is a perfect way of getting rid of items and not making cred sticks off of them. So, but you still get something in return for them, because not everybody wants to walk around on Starfield and be rich. Some people want to walk around and, do the different role plays of storylines. So they might want to do a rags to riches storyline. So they don't want to be walking around with hundreds of thousands of cred sticks after, doing a couple of missions because you sold so many of the different gear and loot that you took from the spaces or whatnot. So because of that, this is a perfect option. So we're going to press yes. Destroy added items, okay, because we're confirming we don't care about losing the items that's in there. We want to be able to use the food printer, okay? So you click yes. Now it has given me the units of matter that I need to be able to spend. So look at those units of matter as if they are coins to spend at a vending machine, okay? So now you have the option to go through selecting food items, selecting a beverage, or you can convert more materials. Now, they give you the option to convert more materials right here because you might need to actually convert some more stuff to be able to equal out to what you're trying to choose, especially if you go a little above and beyond in the selection menu here. So I'm going to show you how many things you can choose from and how many of them you can buy. So you have select food item. We're going to go to food item. So let's do classic meal items. And it's going to open it up for you. And now we're inside of the Replimax food printer. Okay, we're not in the conversion screen. we're in the buy screen, okay? So now you can scroll through and see all the different types of food they had. You feel me? And mind you, this is one category of types of foods. And it's so many different types of foods. You got all the chunks available in the game. You feel me? You got all the base game meals and some of the ones that come from missions and earning and unlocking. You even got the meal trays. Like, matter of fact, yeah, let me buy some meal trays for sure, though. Because these actually are really good to have. I'm probably going to spend a lot on these. But the thing is, I'm not actually buying them with coins. You see, I'm sitting on 367 $1,000. You feel me? But we not finna spend all that. You feel me? Because we can't spend coin in the Replimax food printer. You have to spend matter. So I have to account for how much these things cost. So I'm gonna try to buy 4 of them and see total cost. So yeah, it say I got enough. So I'm gonna try to buy some more and see how many I can get. Try to see as many meal trays I can get based off that price. It say 7,000 left. I don't believe that. I don't. But we might though. 6,000 left. That's a lot. Let me buy all 17. It say 5,000 remaining after buying 40. So I bought 40 meal trays just off selling one spacesuit that was a legendary or superior. So one spacesuit that's high ranking, you feel me, can get you like 40 plates of food. Now this is how you confirm if it's actually gonna let you buy that. You feel me? So you press B to back out. Press it again, and then it's going to say you have chosen to print 40 items for a total of 3,000 units of matter. You will have 5,699 units of matter available after this transaction. And it does not forget how many units of matter you have to spend later. So if you back out of this and you feel me, forget, and then you come back later and you like, man, I want to, you feel me, get some food from the Replimax food printer. You put in, you feel me, some get ready to put in gotta get my words out, man, my bad. But you put in like a spacesuit in a pack, you feel me? And then next thing you know, you like, wait, I don't even need to put that in because I still got units of matter left. You dig what I'm saying? So just to ease your mind a little bit, once you put items in here and convert them over, once they turn into matter, the matter is always within the Replimax food printer, no matter where you're at. Okay, so I haven't actually tested out if I build a new food printer, will it keep up with the matter that I already have? But I'm pretty sure it will, because it should be consistent, right? Like we'll test that out too. So I'm gonna go ahead and say yes, proceed with replication, and then boom. So now we actually have all those items that, you feel me, we wanted to get. So now we got those. So now we're gonna leave up out of here. But I really just wanted to showcase to y'all that, because just think about the fact that you can input anything into that vending machine and come out with any type of food or drink that you want. You feel me? So now that we done pretty much toured this whole outpost, we gotta go back outside to go to the 2-story Betamax outpost framework mod hab. And that is a newer version of Betamax's mod, but it comes with a lot of stuff. But it is worth the size of the download. Okay, it's worth it. So now we're gonna go outside and we're gonna go ahead and walk across to the, where is this? I think this is like the, what do you call this thing? Is this like a storage transport thing or whatever? It's got the big crane up there that I placed. Like all of this is built, like I placed all of these items individually. Like, so this is a prime example. Like, so I didn't realize that the Betamax, well no, not the Betamax, the Bard's outpost recruitment beacon would pop up like this. Because when I placed it, it was really small, but then it spawned super big and turned into this. So keep in mind, wherever you put that little beacon, make sure you put it on the ground somewhere like the outpost, because it's gonna spawn up to this. It's gonna turn into that. It's not gonna stay small how it was. And then I had to put a fabricator here and then the transfer container here to kind of play off the fact that it's floating. If you're close up to it and actually paying attention to it, you'll know. But from far away, it just looks like it's all one. You know what I'm saying? It just kind of looks like it's all one. So this is the outdoor work area. So we have the mechanics area over here and the mining area here. So you have the mining magazine, different resources here, and then we have a desktop computer out here with some contraband storage as well. And this is basically where you can assign more crew members with those rugs, but also you can assign crew members to desks and chairs the same way you can rugs. So for instance, this is scanning this what is this, a Rev 8? So let me show you. So if I press sit, and that's the other mods I was telling you about, so you can sit or you can do as NPC as well. So now you see me actually working out here. So I have a crew member assigned here that comes here at a certain time of day, and they will stand there and scan and scan and scan. Okay, so let's see here. Now we're going to head up to what is going to end up being one of my favorite places to come to, but it has not been fully furnished yet. So just keep that in mind. This is my farm greenhouse on the planet of Androphon out here in Narian. Okay, so as you can see, this is a moon. This is a moon of Narian. So this is like it's no plants out here. Okay, Androphon is really just bland and blank. So empty really when it comes down to like fauna and nature. So because of that, I wanted to build like a greenhouse. So in here we're gonna have all of these working machines that already produce resources on their own. As you can see, look at this, 15,000 nutrients. You know what I'm saying? This is all from the TG's luxury. Wait, no, TG's Galactic Harvest mod. Okay, I also have TG's Luxury Homes mod. That's why I got ready to say that one. Well, but this is the TG's Galactic Harvest mod. So if you want to turn Starfield into something that is more so Red Dead Redemption 2 style, good morning everyone. But yeah, so if you want to turn this into more of a Red Dead Redemption 2 style of gameplay, you can do that, because you can actually come in here and set up these machines to run a working farm for you, so you can plant different crops and planters. So I'm gonna show you what I'm actually gonna be doing with this place. So I gotta find the category again. I'm thinking it's, wait, when I'm at outpost is different than when I'm building on the ship. So hold on, I gotta find it. I don't think it's decorations, but then again it could be. I think it's under miscellaneous though, or furniture. Let me check furniture first. Nope, because it's a way longer of a category. Let's check decorations. Yep, it's in this one. Okay, so these are the actual equipment that we need for farming, right? But then when you scroll through, oh, you do have farm hand people that you can place as well, and they're hireable. But then we have these hydroponic farming individual items. You can grow different plants. And so as you can see, I need fresh tomato and nitrogen to be able to build this. So I have to build that nitrogen converter somewhere outside, because it's too tall for inside of this building. And then I also have to start collecting all of the other items I need, like fresh strawberries. You know, this is wild star seed pod. And then there's also other versions of these. So let me show you. So this is the terrarium base I used as a bar earlier. So you can use this for pretty much anything, but I'm not here for that. We're going to show you, we're going to skip past all the packing parts. We're going to skip past all the packing stations. So these are packing machines where you can actually pack up the different foods that you're growing and stuff. So that's why I say you can basically like make this like a working farm, like, and then turn it into like a working factory. If you want to be the one that's supplying the settled systems with all the food they need, you can be the one. Okay, if you want to have a restaurant or a diner in the heart of the settled systems, you can do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is honestly so amazing. You can do it on the ship too. So that's why that mod is so great. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely worth it. And I do have paid mods and free mods in my load order. I have a massive amount of free mods in my load order, and then I just incorporated a few paid mods that I felt like were just a necessity. Oh snap, appreciate you, my soul, appreciate you. So I'm here just showcasing some of these planters that I could use in here. I'm thinking of turning this greenhouse into like a maze style of a greenhouse, because I wanted to be like if you were walking through an outdoor garden, but like an indoor outdoor greenhouse style. So like when they walking in, this is like the work area to check in, but when they get past here, I'm gonna use the planters to build pathways around, you know, like around the steps and everything, so that this room is more of a, it's gonna look like a greenhouse, but it's gonna also look like, you feel me, like it's a maze as well. But there's also the potted plants too, so then I can also do the potted trees, and those are a little bit taller. And with that mod, it also lets you plant trees too. But see, upstairs you see I have everything spaced out, so I can literally build a maze however I like. So it's gonna be interesting to build, but I'm excited about it, because as you can see, I've already done quite a bit. But again, my outpost does not do justice compared to my spaceship. Okay, my spaceship My spaceship is way better. You feel me? Like my spaceship, we're gonna actually make our way to that right now because I am really excited to show you guys that. So let me leave out the build mode right quick. And I'm gonna go ahead and fly over here to my spaceship. And I'm so excited to show y'all this, man, because bro, as you can see, it's massive. It's massive, and I decorated almost this entire ship. Every place that you can place furniture that was decoratable, I decorated. Everything that's like base game or a mod that's already furnished, I'm gonna show you myself. Oh, appreciate it, my soul. Oh snap. Hey, I appreciate it. I be trying to do my best with my decorations, you know what I'm saying? Oh, let me show y'all this mod right here. It's really quick, but this makes your ramp functional. So now, and that seems so simple, but you can't do that base game Starfield. Can't do that base game Starfield. Look at that. So now you're actually in here with the ramp closed, and you can open it as well. So yeah, we about to go in here, and we're gonna board from the first floor, and my ship has 6 floors. 6 floors, but guess what? We don't gotta take no steps. No steps, you did, because we got an elevator. We got an elevator. You know what I'm saying? And the elevator has no load screens, okay? No load screens. In Starfield, the game that is notorious for having what? For having what? Load screens? Okay, come on, y'all. So before we even hop on the elevator, I'm gonna go ahead and call it down here, and you'll hear it start running. You feel me? And you can actually see it and watch it if you want to. And then I'm gonna actually take us through this way, and then we have another wing we need to go up that way. So down here is the engineering bay, and I'm gonna keep my character in first person just so you'll be able to get an actual immersive view of the ship and stuff. But so this is the first floor, and this is the crew bay. As you can see, crew members are here working at workstations. Now, are they actually working at their workstations they're supposed to be at? No, because somebody is missing from here. The guard is missing from here, but that is okay. I digress. So we're gonna go through here, and this is an armory. And now this is fully furnished already from the mod creator. Okay, so this is Owl Tech's Let's Work Hab and Ship Living Habs. Okay, so this logo that you see right there is a mixture of the Crimson Fleet symbol in the game and a mixture of other things that he created with, and it turned out to be a massively beautiful mod. Owl Tech. You know what I'm saying? Oh, appreciate it. 10 out of 10 for the recommend. Loving the vibe and enthusiasm. Appreciate it. So right here we have the logo. Then I had to show that because I gotta show props, you know what I'm saying, to the mod creators that made all of this possible, man. Because oh my god, Starfield with mods is something different, you know. But so I need to find a chair to sit down in right quick so that I can speed up time so that my actual crew members and my hired employees will be at their stations. But until I find a chair, we're gonna keep going. Okay, so through here is the reactor, but we also have a full bathroom here. It comes with a little shower head or whatnot, and as you can see, the lighting right there switches because, you know, we in this part of the ship. Okay, this is the engineering part of the ship. Some things gotta be fixed, you feel me? So we got one crew member here inspecting the Firefly reactor. This is one of my favorite reactors, so I had to include it. Like, it is massively detailed. Like, look at that. Oh my god, that's crazy. Oh man. So then when you come through this way, you have these habs that give off submarine style. Okay, they give off submarine style, but if I'm not mistaken, these are Owl Tech crew quarters habs. Okay, and you can have crew members that are stationed at these beds and assigned to these beds as well. You can assign them the same way you can with living outposts, but you can do it with ship crew assignments. So I'm also going to show you that as we're going. So we're going to do settings, and I'm going to turn off the outpost one, and I'm going to turn on the ship crew one so you can see where I have placed workstations for my crew members. So we're going to turn that on, scroll down, turn this off. And as you can see through here, I have quite a bit of settings that I have changed for mods. So we'll go over some more of those as we go. So again, it forces you to autosave right here. I don't trust the autosaves. Never trust the autosaves, okay? And because we are making progress, you know, I'm thinking we probably should go ahead and save the game just to be safe, you know what I'm saying? Because if you know, you know. All right, so while that's saving, we're gonna keep it going. So through here you have crew quarters, and I just added a few decorations here and there, you know, just a few decorations to give it some spice or whatnot. But through here, this right here, is a magical item right here. This is the enhanced standing mirror. One of my favorite mods, okay? One of my favorite mods. If you've ever played Starfield, you know there's only one way to change what your character looks like after the beginning of the game. You got to go to the plastic surgeon, add enhance, okay? And enhance is in a few areas. And I mean, yes, in populated towns and stuff like that, and you might find them in little small outposts or whatnot. But the main thing is you normally have to travel to it. Imagine if you could bring enhance to you. Imagine if you could just change what your character looks like at any moment in time in the game, from your ship, from your outpost, or wherever you can build and decorate. Watch this. You click use and look at what it opens up. Enhance. It opens up enhance. Okay, now there is one thing that you have to keep in mind when using the enhanced mirror mod. Okay, when you scroll down up, hold on, my controller unplugged. Here we go with that. All right, wait, there we go, back in action. All right, so as you can see, it says body type 1, walk style 1. Now I usually use walk style 1, but body type 1 is actually not the body type that my character has right now. So if you could check and look, if I select 2, you see how it keeps it the same. If I select 1, you see how it changes it to what it actually was. So that is what you need to keep in mind if you use the enhanced mirror mod. My controller keeps disconnecting because of this cord. I have a short in my controller, y'all. So if I need to change controllers, I will. We're going to try to work with this because it's been working good this time. So as you can see, when you come into the enhanced mirror, you just have to make sure you set your body type and your walk style to what you actually prefer, because the mirror sometimes can be a little, you know what I'm saying, it can be a little bit inaccurate. And then if you save and didn't actually pay attention to it, I don't know how that'll affect your game save, you know what I'm saying? Because one thing I do know is if you change the body type of your character, it will change your character's voice and the dialogue your character hears when talking to different characters. For instance, if you have the kid stuff trait, if your parents talk to you, you'll hear the difference when they're talking to you. You dig what I'm saying? Like, they were like, my son, my daughter. You dig what I'm saying? So now, we're going to go ahead and showcase another mod that I have that's within the game, but it's not within the enhanced mirror mod. But since we're in the enhanced mirror, it's going to make it so much easier for me to show you the mod that I'm talking about. You see how my character has tattoos? You see that? My character has neck tattoos too. You can also put chest tattoos on your characters now. And you can put body tattoos on your character. Now, there is a very limited selection with body tattoos because there's only really one mod out that does that right now. But it is a great mod that works. It just only puts them in as skin tones rather than actual like tattoos in the tattoo character or tattoo character category, or like in the other mod that I'm going to showcase to you, it'll include it in the dirt category, the cheeks 1, the cheeks 2, and the tattoos category. So if you have base game Starfield, you see how this says tattoos and it's at 417, and that's only halfway through the list. Okay, base game Starfield does not have nowhere near that many tattoos. Okay, so in order to get this just enhanced selection of tattoo options, you feel me, the first mod is Celestials Ink something, and that's how you can get the body tattoos from the skin tones. Okay, so I'm going to show you that. So if I switch my skin tone, you see how we going darker, but then it switched light. So it shows you where the Starfield base game skin tones end and where the modded skin tones begin. So when I actually zoom out, and now let me see if it lets me, if I switch the body, you see now I have hand tattoos. You dig what I'm saying? And it lets you do that with the other actual tattoo skin tone categories. Okay, so again, it will show up differently on everybody's character, you feel me? Like, but from what I've seen, the tattoos show up clear. It's just kind of hard to see them depending on which skin tone you choose. And so I feel like that's just kind of how they made the mod specifically. It looks like it's different tattoos for each skin tone on some of them, and then some of them have another version of the skin tattoo. So I think it's really only 2 variants of the different tattoos. So I'm going to go ahead and fix my character back to usual, and then we're going to scroll, and I'm going to show you an example of some of the different tattoos they have. Okay, so the reason why I also use the other mod that I have that you'll see in a second, which is called Skinthetics, is because it actually helps great with if you want to change what your character looks like and somebody else looks like. And it helps great with this as well, because scrolling through all of these different tattoos is extremely hard. And as you can see, you can't really tell the difference in the tattoos until you know where they're at. So after you've done it enough, you'll know which category has, like, you'll know what section of the list has what tattoo. So that's why I have one tattoo from the around the 400 range. I have one tattoo from around the beginning range. And that's just because I don't be feeling like clicking through this entire list every time. So I'll just take my character's tattoos and face and put it on another character and just change the character's actual features, and so they don't look the same, but they have the tattoos are the same, so I can scroll through the list easier when I go to put their custom tattoos on them, if that makes sense. Okay, but it may be easier for me to show you, but that's okay, we're getting to that. But I did want to show y'all, like, so as you can see, there's so many different variants of these tattoos, and it's just some of them are really hard to see when you have clothing on your character, because some of them are actual chest tattoos, like full piece chest tattoos in the center, and then some of them are like just neck tattoos that are really hard to see. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my 417 one back, and let me see. So this is the cheeks one, so this is the lower category. So as you can see, that's a base game tattoo. Okay, so let me show you some of the base game tattoos. So like if I up the intensity right quick, and you also had the option to change the color of all the tattoos and everything too, and you can overlay tattoos as well, but you just can't choose the exact placement of them if you wanted to. That's the only thing that would be like great if they had it. But so you see, these are base game tattoos, and then like some of them aren't. Some of them are a mixture of what's it called, tattoos. Like, yeah, some of these are modded tattoos, and then some of them are base game tattoos. And some of these you'll see that like the Crimson Fleet and them have on them when you fight them in game. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this back down to where it needs to be at, give or take around here. And then cheeks 2, I think this is, yeah, that's the neck tattoo. That one's gonna be super hard to see, so we're not gonna do that one. And then there's another category, so it's under dirt, and it's still tattoos. So as you can see, it looks like an Icarus tattoo. So I just put that there. So they have various different versions of tattoos. And now the cheeks 1 and 2 category, the dirt category, and the tattoos category listings, numbers of the tattoos are different than the actual official list of the tattoos. So just don't expect to be like, okay, I found this cross tattoo at number 83 on the list, and then you look for a number 83 on the list on the next category, but it's not in the same category. You dig what I'm saying? Like, all the tattoos are in each of the categories, but they're in different places in some of the categories. Okay, so yeah, so now we're gonna put that tattoo back where it need to be. So we're gonna make sure that all the things are set how they need to be. All right, bet. We're gonna do finish, and then we're gonna save, and that's the enhanced mirror. But I also just showed you Shade's tattoo mod. Okay, so that is literally Shade's tattoo pack. Comes with like 1,000 tattoos in like almost 100 something different colors. You feel me? Probably like more like 40-50 colors, but it seems like it's like 100 because there's so many different shades and tints in each color. So then this is the crew quarters that we finished walking through, and that does have a bathroom at the end of that. Did I show y'all that? Hold on. So yeah, this is the bathroom at the end of that. It is a full bathroom, and it does have a door. You know what I'm saying? As well as all these hallway rooms have doors too. Okay, and this is an Owltech hab, and I just put little decorations around, but some of it was already furnished too. Now we're gonna come back out to the main section here. We're gonna bust this turn here, and this is the other side of my engineering bay. Come through here, and this is a base game Demos. It's either Demos or Hope Tech engineering bay, and I also put some crew stations throughout here. And I found a chair, so let me actually sit and wait right quick so that I can solve the crew members not being where they need to be right quick, and that should put them at their workstation, so we'll be able to walk by and see some of them working where they need to be at. Alright, so let's see. So now this is the tricky part. I have my game set to military time, so now trying to figure out the time that the actual day shift starts compared to, okay, so local time is 18, so that's what, 6:57, so about to be 7 o'clock. So 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12, 12 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8, 8 to 9. All right, so that should be 9 o'clock, right? That should make it 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. That should make it 9 a.m. and they should be at work by then. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and click wait and let this run through its little wait process right quick. Okay, and I also have a mod that adds a little flavor to the wait screen when you have a bed option to sleep in. So if you sleep in the bed on here, right, what it will do is it will give you an actual animation of your character getting out of bed when you wake up, so you can see your character actually using the bed rather than just sitting here waiting and then you never see your character doing anything. You actually don't see your character get any rest. It just goes black and then it pops back up, and after the screen goes black and pops back up, it just looks like you just sitting there the whole time, like for instance like this. So we're gonna hop up right quick, and now we should have crew members around the ship working. Okay, cross our fingers and hope they actually came to work today. All right, and they did. Some of them are in the right spot, some of them aren't. There is Omari, he's about to start work in a moment. Okay, so now we're coming through here, and this is the engineering hab. As you can see, we have our ship cruise director that's deciding to fix some things up instead of sit at his desk for whatever reason. You're supposed to be at your desk, but all right. So we're gonna come through here, and this is one of the Rev 8 bays, but I actually ended up putting whatever this little thing with wheels is on it. So it had wheels, so I put it here. You know what I'm saying? It's some type of moving vehicle. Okay, so then we come through here, and this is an actual working power cell maintenance hallway. So what do the power cells do once you put the power cell in the power cell receptacle? I don't actually know. I've never actually filled these with power cells to see what happens, but this is modded. This is a mod. It's within a mod, you know what I'm saying? So hey, just like I'm thinking we might need to figure this out too, you know what I'm saying, like real talk. So now we're gonna come through this maintenance hallway, we're gonna turn and look at my little robot buddy. How you doing, little buddy? Look at my little robot buddy. Alright, so through here is my Rev 8. So as you can see, my Rev 8 sitting here nice on wheels. And then one of the youngins over there working on the car. Oh, you working on the car? Okay. Do not get stuck under the Rev 8, okay? Alright. Now we're going to come through this way. And we're going to come back around. See. There go Omari. He going to work. Alright, now we're going to come through here. And we're gonna, and mind you, these are sectioned off corridors, so I built my ship with different wings, different floors, but I also wanted it to be as compartmentalized as possible. So in the instance that the ship was attacked or anything, if we needed to lock down the ship, it gives off submarine vibes heavy. Okay, so now this again is workstations that crew members can work at, as you can see, and there's also power receptacles that you can put power cells here as well. I don't know what the power cells will do here, but it'll be interesting to see. Now we're gonna come upstairs through here,
5 by 5, Captain.
And this is the decon area. Oh, appreciate this, my soul, appreciate it. So yeah, we here in the decon area. So this is from the first floor. It's a ramp that comes up, and we come to the side. So we have this research station. We also have this modded industrial replicator, and then these habs are more Owltech habs. These are the Owltech Let's Work habs. So these come modded and furnished, but the clothes you see on the mannequins and stuff are clothes items either I crafted or found in game. And so these are more storage shells. Some of them are functional, some of them aren't. So as you can see, you can store gas here, you can store a helmet on display there, you have a cooler. Then we also have a full walk-in bathroom, very small, but it's a full bathroom. Okay, now you also have the decon shower. So even though you have a shower with this bathroom, you have the full actual decontamination showers here, okay, to make sure nobody's bringing any terramorph diseases up in here, you feel me? Because we already know we fighting all the heat leeches, you feel me? All the heat leeches across the settled systems and beyond. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, for real. Oh, okay, so here's a little lore. So now with another mod that I have called the SSNN crew message board, where you could basically go to certain locations on the map, and it's a poster on the wall that basically says hire crew, and then you can hire crew members. So I actually hired her, but I hired her and I use her in the ship as an actual like role play of ex-mercenary pilot, because I have another ex-mercenary pilot. So basically those are the crew members that we recruited, but they not full prisoners on the ship. They just got recruited.
Hello, Captain.
So that they didn't go to jail in the UC, because I am a captain in the UC. So to solve that, you feel me, I just told them I'll take responsibility and make sure that they stay out of trouble. They'll be on my ship, you feel me? So they got hired for some jobs, so that's why they have different attire than the rest of the crew. The rest of the crew gonna look a little bit more fly with their outfits, but they got the regular jumpsuits on to let y'all know, you feel me, that they got to stay out of trouble, but they're not the regular prisoners, because these are the prisoner outfits. Okay, so now as you can see, I have customized these mannequins and filled them with different outfits, you feel me? And some of these actually have multiple outfits within them, because each mannequin can hold like give or take like 50. Okay, so I basically put the main categories of outfit there, and then you can see it's different types within that category. So this is the engineering outfits, and it's different versions of it. So when I need to customize what my crew member look like, I pull out this handy dandy gun right here called the enhancer gun. Okay, now we come over here, and since he's stuck through the door, I'm gonna just use him as an example. So you feel me? So we have multiple options right here. So if you accidentally shoot them and didn't want to change anything, you can press nothing. If you want to change what they look like and open the enhance menu, similarly how the enhanced mirror works, but you can do this with the gun to change your crew members, then you can choose change NPC appearance, and you can go and enhance as them and change everything about them. Okay, now you can also change their skills. Now this is the trick to this part. You can't delete any of their skills, but you can add skills. You dig what I'm saying? You can't delete their skills, but you can add skills. Any skills you want, you can add them. Okay, and so if you wanted to customize a base game person that you have a part of your crew and you wanted to make them have new skills, you can choose on change skills. Now if you want to remove NPC equipment, and be careful, beware with this option, I learned the hard way. Okay, I recommend don't use this option to remove NPC equipment if they're on your crew. If they're on your crew, on your ship, don't use this option, because it may bug and you can't actually put their outfits back on and their gear back on, or it'll say once you put it on them, it'll say it's stolen. Like it'll say, not saying they stole it, it'll say you stole it. So if you put the wrong outfit on them and you want to take your outfit back, it's gonna say you stole it and you gonna get a bounty. You dig what I'm saying? So to solve that, we just don't use that option. Okay, because I made the mistake of doing that with hireable crew from the SSN and crew message board, which is two mods that just they work together fine, but they can conflict with each other, but it's nothing game breaking. You see what I'm saying? So that is the one conflict those mods that I realized have, is with those crew members you can get from the SSN crew display crew message board from that mod, with the NPC enhancer gun mod with this one option in it. If you remove the items from those crew members from that specific other mod, then it won't let you put their outfits back on. You dig what I'm saying? And if you put it back on, it'll let you give it back to them in their inventory, but it won't let you actually equip their outfit. You dig what I'm saying? So now this is the option I'm going to show you. Open NPC inventory, because this is what I mainly use the gun for. Aside from changing their appearance, this is what I also do it for. So you see this? It shows you their inventory. So it says Kai at the top. It says now my inventory, and then it says Matrix. Okay, so the Matrix is the ship. Kai is the character that I'm customizing, and this is his apparel. So this is what he has on. So you can actually unequip and equip safely. You feel me? So that's why I say use the open NPC inventory option. Don't use the remove NPC outfit option. I just say just to be safe. That's just the safest option, especially if you're using my exact load order, because I literally have just that one thing that I've noticed with those two mods. It's like that's just the one thing I don't trust, because I still haven't found a workaround to fixing my crew member. Like I have one crew member that I literally had to like delete out of my crew, because the actual ship cook's outfit, like as soon as I tried to change it to the chunks outfit and the Terrabrew uniform outfit, both of those went into their inventory, but it did not let me equip it. And then it was like it tried to give me a bounty for stealing from them. Like no. So you feel me? Now this is one of my favorite hats. So I'm moving a little fast. Hold on. So let me come through there first, then I'll take you out the air. So through here is a workshop and army. So let me put this gun up. Now this is actual functional storage. Can we talk about how detailed they did this? Shout out, bro. Shout out Owltech, man. Shout out Owltech, man. Okay, because this is another furnished Owltech hat. I have not put no decorations in this one hat right here. Okay, so from that door all the way down here is an Owltech hat that you can get exactly like this. And you can add whatever you want to it. So you can also pick up certain items. See, look, from here, you can pick up certain items. You can store items if I wanted to put a gun on here. So let me find something I can put on there. I don't care about losing. So like that. And the only reason why I say I could possibly lose it is just because I've had my game running so long. I don't want my game to crash, and I didn't save, and I had this stuff on the shelves. Now it won't crash if you just actually running your Starfield how you need to. But I be leaving my Starfield running like I'm on a PlayStation 2 with no memory card. I won't never cut it off unless I have to, because I don't want to lose any of the mods in my load order. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my way of being safe about it, because if a mod gets taken off of the creation center, I don't want to lose my load order because I am on Xbox. If I was on PC, it'd be different. I could just save my mod folder. Now here we have these functional gates you can put down, okay? And like, I love the design they did. Like, it actually, you know what I'm saying? Like, it at first I was like, what are these things doing? And when I opened it, I was like, yo, that's fire how they did this. Like, for real. Like, and the design of it, I've always loved the design of it, man. But I didn't even really peep you could really use these, you feel me? And your crew members, some of them actually, I don't know how, but they end up, after you flying a while, they end up down here in some of these habs. So I know it's nav meshed. I don't know if the buttons are nav meshed, but I know that the walking through here is nav meshed. Now we have backpack stands. We also have workbenches. So you got a spaceship workbench. You feel me? We got the industrial workbench. You feel me? You also have more gates. So if you want to section off your storage and your workshop area, because this is a workshop and an armory. So if you want to section off your armory and your workshop, and again, I like this because it fit the theme of my ship, because I wanted to have things really compartmentalized, just so, you know, it gave off a submarine vibe. Like, what would happen, you know, if the ship was attacked, man? It's like, oh, it'd be like, this is not a drill. And then, you feel me, everything goes into lockdown on the ship. Like, you feel me? Now, this back here, more storage. I'm talking about storage. Do you realize this is perfect for somebody like me? Because I am a collector at heart, okay? When it comes down to video games where I can loot, I will loot everything, okay? When I say, man, I'm talking about, like, I'm a real deal hoarder within the game, bro. Like, let me show you. 300 apparel outfits, but in my defense, some of them are accessories and some of them are for my crew members, okay? But still, 331 outfits. That's not including the 26 guns, the 4 spacesuits, the 3 packs, and the 20 helmets, okay? And everything else I'm carrying. But we ain't gonna stress it though. Yo, feel me? Because we got so much storage, even spacesuit storage. You dig what I'm saying? Helmet storage. So you got storage for everything. You feel me? So you can come back through here, and we're going to leave out the workshop, the armory, and all that. And we're going to start getting to the best part of my ship. But first, we got to come through here. This is another beautiful Owltech hab. This is actually just fully modded. This is nothing customized that I did in here. This is Owltech's doing, and it is amazing. Amazing, because guess what? We do have a self-destruct right here. We do have a self-destruct if we need it. You know what I'm saying? So if they try to take over the ship, you feel me, I ain't hopping off the ship. I'm going down with the ship. You feel me? So now we also have more of the crew mats here that you can assign people to, and then when you turn the setting off, they'll go invisible. You feel me? Now we got more crew members here. Now this is Philip. If you've played Starfield, you know Philip. He is a random NPC that be around the map with his family. Well, I recruited him and his whole family to come on the ship. It is safe to do so. You're hearing it here first. You can recruit Philip Katz, Martha Katz, and their son Bobby Katz to be a part of your crew. You can station them at your outpost, or you can station them on your ship, and they will stay around. You feel me? They'll work just like regular crew. You can assign them like regular crew, and you can change their outfits, because he don't normally be wearing that, but I put him in a nice little suit. You know what I'm saying? Feel me? Now we gonna leave out of here, and now we gonna get to the meat and potatoes of the ship. You feel me? So we gonna leave out of the decon area. This is where you come if you first board the ship, and you know you trying to make sure you ain't carrying no alien stuff on you when you coming up in here. How you doing, Doc? Appreciate you. Make sure your station is running good. That's good. Now we gonna hop on this working elevator. You feel me? And see, look, another crew member came to his workstation. So proud of you handling business. I don't know where your co-worker that's supposed to be right here is. I don't know where he's at. We gonna find him in a minute. Okay. Now, if you've ever seen like Star Trek and Star Wars and all that, how they be teleporting from spaceships, well, guess what? I got a teleporter room too. I got a working elevator and a teleporter room. Look at that. Let me put myself in third person so y'all understand. Look at that. I can teleport to another ship from my ship. No docking necessary. So if I want to teleport to my own ship, I can do that. If I want to teleport to an enemy ship, I can do that. How wise would that be? I don't know, debatable. But you feel me? We have a transporter room here, and there's also crew workstations that I put here, and some of them already were in here. Somewhere it's like markers, but again, I'm playing with no crosshairs, so some of them will be kind of hard to find. But you can station your, there we go, right there. See, inventory this. So you can station your crew members to these different items, and it'll look like they're working in the transporter room for you. I got it pretty empty right now because some of my crew members are not showing up to work how they're supposed to be doing right now, and I know I did not set the leniency to any percentage. Now you do have the option with the ship crew assignments and limit outpost assignments to set a percentage of leniency of how many of your crew members you're okay with missing work. I put it at 0% because they need to show up. We got a big ship. We all need to be, you feel me, running it together. You know what I'm saying? I can't run 6 floors myself. You feel me? Now that we on the second floor, the only thing that's on the second floor is the transporter room, which is what I like to call my teleporter, and then we have the path to the cockpit. You feel me? Now, as you can see, I already have some crew members in here sitting at their stations. Some of them are definitely not at their right areas. But you know why? I just realized why they're not at their right areas. We're not in the air, so they think they're on vacation. Oh, bet. Say less. Y'all think this a vacation?
Always a pleasure.
Appreciate you for being at work, boss, but you in the wrong place, too. You literally got a whole desk. I gave you your own customized desk and everything, boss. And you decide to stand up here with your legs stuck through the table. Crazy. It's alright. So we're going to sit right here. And we're going to take off from here. You know what I'm saying? We're going to take off from here. And we're going to just orbit in space up here. And we'll be safe because I have my fleet with me. So when I get up there, you'll see. We got the fleet with us. We straight. So we're going to go ahead and take off. And we're going to be up there in space so I can actually show y'all them at work. Hopefully, they will go to their workstations. Crew members, go to your workstations. We're in the air. Now that's the one thing that it won't overwrite. So when you set the settings for like their work time and stuff, it literally gives you the option to be like, do you ignore the schedule when you're in space? And it's like, I didn't put yes, but it still does seem to do it. So hey, it works. All right, so now we are orbiting my outpost planet. I'm going to hop up from this seat. And this is why I missed the Astrogate mod. Shout out to the creator of the Astrogate mod. I know people was probably giving Buddy a hard time about the mod, but it was running great for me. And I was on Series S. Now I'm on Series X. And I really need Astrogate back. Please. Please, big dog. I will pay for it. I will real deal pay creations for Astrogate. Because to be able to have my ship fly itself would be great right now. Like imagine my ship just flying through space while I'm showing y'all all of this. It would be great. But as you can see, look at my crew members at work. Now that's what I'm talking about. Now that's how you show up to a work ship, boss. That's how you do it. Okay? Now we're going to jump down here so that we can get back to the second floor so I can remember and keep track of where we was at. So as you can see, my crew members have their crew stations. And you can see I customize what they look like and their outfits. And some of them even have tattoos too. Okay? So now this is Marika Bonds. If that's how you pronounce her name, let me see. Well, pop up. Is the pop-up going to pop up? She's sitting in the chair, so sometimes it's hard to get their name to pop up when they sit in the chair or whatnot. But I can just see it off the chair. Hold on. All right, so yeah, this is Marika Boros, and then this is Gideon Acker. Now, the reason why I'm telling y'all these two names, right? You see their outfits. They got this outfit they have on is called the Frontier Attire. Frontier Attire. And if you play Starfield, you already know the first ship you get. You know what I'm saying? It's called the Frontier. You feel me? So I like the fact that this was called Frontier Attire. So I put this on all of the base game crew members. So all of the base game crew members have on this outfit. Okay? So that means you can get them without mods in your game. Okay? You might have to either do a mission or you might have to pay them. You might have to find them or wait for them to pop up. But they are base game crew members. They don't come from mods. Okay? Now, this little buddy right here, he is a generic crew member because they come in these white and gold and gray flight suits, which are nice at first, but then when you start seeing 40 to 50 of them, it's annoying to look at. Okay, so now when you look over here, we have this navigator chair, and this is my navigator. She is modded. Okay, she is modded. So when you see them in custom outfits like this, where it's different than the rest of the crew, then they have a title probably. They have a custom outfit, a custom title, and they're probably modded. Okay. Another example of that is Whiskey.
Did you need something?
That is Whiskey. That is a character that's from a mod, and he is literally your brother from another mother. Okay, so the mod is called Brother from Another Mother, and you literally get a free crew member. Now, word of advice: he is at your parents' house waiting, and you get him from the kid stuff trade department in New Atlantis. When you get to your parents' house, he's waiting on you. Make sure you open his inventory there. If you try to leave New Atlantis and fly anywhere with this fool with you, and you don't check his inventory, he gon' have you end up in jail, because he's carrying Aurora. He's carrying Aurora. You feel me? I'm talking about first day I met him. He carrying Aurora, man. Talking about I take off, try to fly to Aquila, and got pulled over in space. You feel me? So to solve all that, just empty his inventory out, put it in the safe or something, storage or something, or use the Aurora before you leave New Atlantis. You know what I'm saying? They don't arrest you for using the Aurora, but once you carry it through the settled systems, it's a wrap, and that's exactly what Whiskey tried to do. It was over with. You understand? Like, it's crazy. And so you can't change his name, but he's cool. He don't actually talk. But the thing is, he doesn't have scripted lines, but he does talk every now and then. Let me say that. Because sometimes he just will walk by and be like, "What's happening, boss?" Or "Everything's good here, boss." Or "Huh?" Like, he'll actually talk every now and then. But he, see. That wasn't him talking. That was him talking.
Good at my station, Captain.
You see, the voices was different. He was just talking, bro. Talk again, bro. He don't be trying to talk when I'm looking. I'm telling you that fool can talk. Man. So now, as you can see here, you see my spaceship beside us? That is the Galileo. Okay? That is the Galileo, if I'm not mistaken. Or that's the railgun. Wait, okay, you know what? A better way that I can easily figure out which one it is. You see these little podiums here that I placed and furnished? This is the only thing I built in here. Okay, so in this cockpit, the only thing that I built was these little podiums, this radio here, this fleet manager terminal here, and then these little mats, the actual seating and assignment mats. That's the only thing. Everything else is modded that you get with the mod that this come with. Is it Owltech? I don't know if this is Owltech. Bear with me. No. This is not Owltech. This is Modeliha's aerospace cockpit. Yes. So now the fleet commander mod gives you the option to have a fleet of 4 ships fly with you. You dig what I'm saying? 4 ships to fly with you. So right now, I got 6 ships altogether that I own. And right now, my security ships that are escorting me is the Frontier, the Wanderwell, which I'm not going to tell you about because you have to play Starfield to find out where that's from. Because that's a good one, for sure. And then the Galileo 3. And then I could turn one more ship on to activate. You dig what I'm saying? I could turn one more ship on to activate, but I haven't. So I'm kind of thinking. And then it's not showing my 6th ship either. And I got another ship on top of another ship. So I'm wondering where that one is too. Either way, I ain't worried about it. So you can choose which ships are escorting you. You see what I'm saying? And you can choose if they fight your enemies or if they just like, what's it called? If they just are flying far away or close. So if they far away, they're not even gonna be there to fight your enemies for real. But when they catch up, they're gonna get to shooting at them. If you got them flying super close, like 150 meters from you, then they're going to pretty much be an escort and they're going to fly around you. You know what I'm saying? Orbiting around you in different directions. So I'm going to turn the UC prison shuttle as active as well. So now I have a full active fleet when I back out of here. So eventually you'll see that other ship pop up. But I'm sitting still right now. So it's going to be hard for you to be able to see anybody that's, what's it called? So now we're going to, anybody that's flying around us. Alright, so now we're going to leave out of here and we're now on the 3rd floor, okay? So we don't even need to take the elevator up to the 3rd floor because as you see, the 2nd floor is linked to the 3rd floor and we saw everything on the 2nd floor already. So now we're going to go around the elevator, but first I'm going to call it just so it's here ready when I need to get there. So you see it raising up, but we're going to go around the 3rd, to the other sides of the 3rd floor. So this is the mess hall.
All is well.
And this is the Owltech mess hall. So this is already prefab, and what prefab means pre-furnished, you know what I'm saying? And so we have all of this nice decor in here that he already furnished for us. So your crew members can just come in here and be assigned, you know what I'm saying? And everything's already decorated for you. Now, remember I was telling y'all about the food printers? Remember I was telling y'all it was multiple versions of it? This is the Owltech. This one comes with our text halves, okay? So you use it for 100 credits. Let's see what it give you. Our tech multi-pack. You feel me? They got their own custom meals coming out this. Feel me? That is amazing. I'm gonna keep out. Hey man, I can't go back to playing Starfield without mods, man. Just cause it's too amazing with mods. So now you see how he got the lean here prompt. That's what he's actually doing right now. So I assigned him there. So that's why he's working the bar. I assigned him there. That's why he's sitting there eating him a sandwich. And I assigned her to cook because that's her actual workstation. Now look at this. See these switches? We got TV1, TV2, TV3. See the TVs up there? Watch this. I'm gonna do TV1. And I flipped it and it say TV2. So TV1. Now I say TV3. And so when you flip it, I don't really know which button do what. I'm still learning because there's a whole bunch of buttons in this ship, okay? But we figuring it out. So some of the buttons cut stuff off, some of them cut it on. I don't know what sequence it needs to be in to cut them all off. So either way, I leave the TVs on. So we also have this mess hall corridor right here that's just full of buffet food. And we also have another one of our ex-UC pilots here. She's an ex-UC mercenary pilot, and she is also assigned crew jobs around the ship. She has certain jobs she can do, but she can't, like, actually, I don't let her actually pilot on my ship. I mean, she's an ex-mercenary pilot. The other one's an ex-UC pilot. So they got kicked out the UC for something. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't taking a chance on flying my ship. You feel me? So now we had a mess hall. You feel me? And now we're going to go across and we're going to come to the crew quarters. I'm going to show y'all that big hall that we just passed in a second. But this over here is crew quarters. So first we had a maintenance hall. And this again is more power cell receptacles. And if you have power cells, again, I don't know what they do. So we need to try that out. So we're going to come through here and this is the crew quarters. So you see it's hardwood floors. This is another Owl Tech hab. But you have a full galley in here, as well as a full bathroom with the working door as well. And then you also have doors to the hallway to close this area off. And you have doors to each of these rooms, okay? So each room, very simple, very sweet, regular bunk beds. Only decorations I really added was maybe some pillows or something, a blanket, but mainly the enhanced mirror, okay? So these are really not furnished other than what the actual mod is furnished with, but it's still furnished with some amazing stuff. Now, one thing I realize is this rack right here always spawns an amazing gun, so I always take that every time I come by there. So I have this little library section here in the crew quarters. They have more private rooms. They can literally just have this whole entire section, and you can assign them if you want to that, like each bunk room or whatnot. So we're gonna bust a right and go down this way. This is where we're gonna start getting to parts of the recreation side of the ship, okay? So this is the quiet hall where we have, you know, no fish in the fish tank, and we have a lot of fossils and stuff you can look at. This is the study. So if you needed to come in here and have a meeting or whatnot, you know, because we do passenger transport on this ship as well as delivery. So if you need to come in here and do a meeting or, you know, study up on some stuff, you have everything you need in here for that. It's very nice and peaceful. You also have more guns that spawn in here, and I go ahead and take that one every single time because there's always one that's good on that ship, that shelf right there. So then we come through here and you see the artifact decor, more books and stuff. So we're gonna come back through here. You see this beautiful type of like piano organ type thing, but it's futuristic style, I guess. We're gonna come through this way, and this is the actual library hall. Okay, so this is a study as well, but this is a library hall. And coming through the library, we have the classroom. Okay, so as you can see, we have some students here.
Captain Brackenridge says the future is bright, but I think the costume is pretty bright too, so I don't really know what she means.
So he's basically talking about, I guess, the ECS constant, but I ain't gonna talk too much about that ship because that is something in a mission that you'll know if you play Starfield. That's something you'll see throughout every version of your playthrough if you actually play the base game missions. Now through here is the principal's office / teacher's office or whatnot, and then it does have a door built into there that I actually built and attached on. And all of these things I furnished. So everything in here, like that's not in a hab like the Owltech ones, I furnished. Okay. So now we're gonna come out of here and we're gonna go back down to the main corridor where the elevator is. And the one key to remember when going through my ship, so you don't get confused of where we're at, what floor, just know the heart of the ship is the elevator. This is the heart of the ship, okay? So now we're gonna go back, and this is called a Fortuna hab, okay? Fortuna hab. So look, see, he made his way up from being downstairs working where he wasn't, and finally came upstairs to his workstation. Very proud to see him at work. So we have this area here, which is very nice, very luxury.
Always a pleasure, Captain.
It's an indoor garden. It's a activity lounge area. We also have a mini restaurant section in here, and we have our workers. Look at them, ready to work. We have one merchant, and we have a chef. Got the Shippo diner table. We have a whole bunch of terrariums that I'm going to end up putting alien pets in, and they do actually open and close. Okay, you can actually put stuff in there. I have put a robot in one at one of my houses. Okay, and then you also have up on the other side of here, we have prayer mats as well. People can come to for prayer time. So if they want to have prayer time here, they can have prayer time. And they also have the terrarium with the matching prayer areas as well. So you see. And then when you hop up from here, we're going to go up to the back side of the Fortuna hab, which is the club and VIP. Okay, so up here is the club. Look at the bartender. She actually showed up to work today. Normally I cannot get this girl to show up to work. She actually showed up. Thank you so much. Finally. So now the only person that's missing showing up is the DJ. Crazy. So we also have this DJ booth here that they can, you know, play music off of and dance and perform. They also have all the dance mats that you can think of. Every single dance mat. And they're called fitness mats, but they're really dances. Okay, and it's 2 dances for each club in Starfield. So I put one of each dance version up here. So everybody can come up here and club whenever they want. Got some seating if they want to have a date night. Got another terrarium for decoration. I'm going to put a hookah table here, and then through here is the VIP private meeting room for the club owners. You know what I'm saying? Myself and my esteemed elite crew. Now we're gonna come back through this hab, all the way back through the Fortuna hab.
5 by 5, Captain.
Appreciate you, dog. All right, now we're gonna come through here, and now we're on the 3rd floor. Remember? Because remember, we come off the cockpit. And you come up and you can either go to the 2nd or the 3rd floor from the cockpit. Okay, so we're going to leave from the 3rd floor on the elevator. And we're going up to the 4th floor of my ship. Okay, the 4th floor. And the 4th floor, yeah, this floor gets good. Because this is the work floor. This is what I've been excited to show you guys. Okay, so we're going to go left first and then we're going to go right. Okay, so left is the brig. Right is crew work quarters. Okay, so we're going to go left. So we're gonna go left to the brig, and through here it is a door to secure, so I'm gonna close it behind me. And as you can see, my crew member is here scanning our other crew member to make sure she's not bringing back no contraband from working on the rest of the ship. Good job. And then she'll be going to her other station. We have another crew member here, and then we have more crew stations there, but it's really for the inmates so that they can use them and have activities to do in themselves. And then we have a crew member station back here to keep an eye on these two in high security. So I'm not going to tell y'all his name, but just remember his face. If you play Starfield, he's from a mission in the very beginning of the game. The very, very beginning of the game. And you have the power to either choose if you want to keep him or get rid of him. Okay, so that's all I'm going to tell you. Now through here I have more space for my prisoners. And then I have my crew member back there working. And this is also a crew station as well. But I use these to assign like the prisoners to have different things they need to be doing during the day. So like I might have a scene where I'm walking through the ship and I need a worker to be working on here, and I need one of the prisoners to be waiting right here to get checked into the high profile cells. You know what I'm saying? So this is what it would look like if you sit. And this is basically what the NPCs do if you assign them to this map. So you just can test out what the animations look like. And I always recommend when using the ship crew assignments and the outpost crew assignment rugs, always test them out before you assign your crew member to it, just to make sure that it says it's functional. And sometimes when it says that you can't use it because it's obstructed, it will still let your crew members use it, but it won't let you use it. Okay, so just keep that in mind as well. So be mindful where you place the markers at or whatnot. So we're also gonna go ahead and close this door right here, section that off, close this too, because there's high priority cells back there. And y'all
Everything looks
keep
good at my
working, doing
station,
what y'all
Captain.
need to do. I'm out of here. I'm gonna make sure this section is locked down before. Wait, I done ran into the door. That's crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna make sure this section is locked down before I leave out. Y'all be safe over there. We out of here. Alright, now we're going to the bigger side of the ship, but it's actually the exact same size as the other one, but it's just way more stuff included in this side of the ship, because this side of the ship actually takes you from level 4 of the ship down to level 3, down to level 2, and back up to level 4. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and head over to this side. This is the crew quarters for working, and also some residential crew areas. So this is the Cat's residence. So you remember Bobby Katz, the young crew member that we have, and then his parents, Philip Katz and Martha Katz. Well, this is their private residence. So they have their own enhanced mirror. They have their own bed. So this is the room part for Martha and Philip, and then this is their son Bobby's room right here. So then we have his own locker. He has a TV with the red mile tables on it, and then also his own Nova Blaster. And they have some fitness stuff throughout here, and they have plenty of storage rack space over here. And so that is the Cat's residence. So we're gonna go ahead and close that. This here is just a recreation seating area, you know, just something really simple. Now over here is crew members' quarters. So we have 2 beds, table for each, a full bathroom for each crew member, including a shower wherever the shower head is. I don't know. I think it may be on the ceiling. But this is a very tight bathroom. And I done got myself stuck. There we go. Hold on. I had to go out of first person to get out of there. So keep that in mind when using that little bad boy. And close that. But it does have that frosted glass door. Looks beautiful. And that comes in base game halves anyway. Because this is an empty base game hab that I just furnished into something else. And then I also took a modded hab that's empty and furnished it as well. And these walls I built. So like all these, what are these called, columns and podiums and stuff, I built all of these. The connecting walls, I built this. This was originally just an empty room. Okay, and so I built around the wall shelves and everything, and built the doors and all that. So now we're gonna, matter of fact, hold on, we need to go here first. So this is the hacker this is the hacker hab. So we're gonna come through here, and this is very quiet, calming room, calming area, because when you come through here, the hackers be causing chaos. Chaos, I say. Okay,
Back
look
already?
at this. So this is the hacker
Can't
hab.
stay awake, can
That is
you?
one of our hackers, Laura. Okay, we have plenty of tech in here for them to do. Now, mind you, all of the tech that's in here, you feel me? This is all decorated from Owl Tech Let's Work Habs. I didn't furnish any of this. Okay, even the back room. So that's why I also showcase this activate switch. Okay, the camera, all of that is Owltech decor. I just added this in my ship because Owltech's habs are some of the best in Starfield that you can get right now, and they are free. So just know, if you're watching this is not a paid mod. Owltech is free. All of those work habs that have the activate on them, we're about to go see some more of them now, and some of those are even better than the one I just showed you. So now we're going downstairs into the work habs. So up there was a hacker hab. This is the work hab. So this is where you come and actually get ready to go into these how do you say, sterile areas. Okay, so you have the hazmat suit you need to go into this chemical lab here, and the quarter to go to the rest of the other section. So we're gonna come in this first lab here. I'll be good because I have my spacesuit and stuff on, and I have on a what's it called? Do I have my mask thing on? Hold on. It's just for role play purposes. I got my crew members in their suits. I need to be in mine if I'm gonna be out there. Hold on. Am I tweaking? Why my mask ain't on? I equipped it. It's not very nice. Hold on. I'm gonna just put the other version of it on, because it's got some of my stuff showing some. Let me see. Scrolling. Dang, I do got a lot of stuff, man. That's why I say, bro, I got so much stuff just from mods alone. Alright, here we go. Mask. And then Aurora. There we go. That should put it on now. Yeah, bet. Alright, so now I got a mask on in my spacesuit, so I'm safe. So we're going to come through here. And it's crazy because I put the Aurora mask on, and this is what this factory is. So this is the clandestine lab, okay? So this is the clandestine lab, and it is where they make Aurora, okay? So this is me in my element in here, you know what I'm saying? Because look at my character. Got the Aurora mask on, and this is where the Aurora gets made. You feel me? And you can get a job at Xenofresh, and that's
Glad
how
to
you
be a
can
part of the
actually
team.
earn these real yellow
Always a
hazmat
pleasure,
suits. But the blue
Captain.
ones come with the SSN crew message board recruit system. Okay, so the yellow suit you can get from working at Xenofresh, or you can get the other mods that I have for clothing mods, and I showed those on my load order list earlier, and I'll go over some of those later. But I have a lot of clothing mods, so I don't want to tell you the wrong one for certain items of clothing. So here we have a
Captain on
Owltech
deck.
Aurora machine. It's similar to the packing machine for vegetables, but they use this for, instead of vegetables and fruits, they use it for Aurora. So you can actually use this like a vending machine, and you can take Aurora. Now I'm going to showcase something very special for you guys, just because we're already in space and I don't have to worry about getting a bounty. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm already on my ship. Okay, so I can fly away if I need to. So we're gonna open up the. We're actually gonna activate, instead of open up. We're gonna activate the Owltech Aurora packing machine here, and I'm gonna choose use. It's gonna spend 100 credits, and it's gonna give me one Aurora. Oh, matter of fact, it gave me 3. Wow. Okay, I didn't know it was gonna give me 3. Crap. Okay, so now I'm gonna take one, and then we're just gonna have to get rid of the other 2 while we're in space. I'll probably jettison them. Okay, so I'm gonna take one, but the reason why I'm gonna take it is because I want to show you a new mod that I have in my load order as well. This is called Aurora Lasts 2 minutes. Have you ever wanted the Starfield effects of Aurora to last longer? You know, like, oh man, you're not the only one that watches the most everything Starfield. I feel you, bro. I feel you, bro. My soul. I've been seeing a lot of people saying Tommy's referral. I don't know who that is, but appreciate Tommy, dog. My soul. My soul. So appreciate whoever been referring y'all here, because I don't think I ever had this many people tune into me when I was on stream, bro. My soul. So up here, when you basically get Aurora in base game, it only gives you 40% for 10 seconds. Okay, so it slows down time 40% for 10 seconds. Well, I found a mod that makes it last 2 minutes. Have you ever wanted Aurora to last longer? Well, now you can. Okay, so I'm gonna actually take this Aurora, and y'all are gonna see what the effects look like of it, and you're also gonna see how long the effects last. All right, so it's gonna make time go slow. And when I say slow, you'll see for yourself. You ready, you guys? This is what the world looks like under Aurora. Oh my god, look at that. Slow motion. Look at what I look like running, bro. I look like I'm running in place dang near. Like, look how fast I'm running, but I'm actually running really slow. So even though it changes the color back, Aurora still lasts 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So it slows everything down. Now, I don't know if it's contradicting with the mask I have on, because it is a modded mask, so I hope not. But as you can hear, everything's slow motion. I'm not slow motion, but everything else is slow motion. You feel me? You see they're moving slow motion
How can I
still.
help today?
Now everything's back to normal speed almost, because her voice is almost normal. Now through here is my hydroponics hab. But basically with Aurora, it extends the time that the Aurora lasts. And it normally works longer than it just did, even though it sounds like it's still moving slower than usual. But it normally shows the visual effect longer too. So I don't know if I activated that one in my low order or not. But I know it actually works though. And I mean, we saw the effects of it. But for it to not last 2 minutes, I'm wondering if the effect is not on with the mod right now. Like, is the mod not on? That's the one mod I'm like unsure about. Alright, well, either way. So now we have this hydroponics hab where you can assign crew members to. So you see I assigned her here to inspect and do inventory. I assigned him here to do some inventory. And then we have more stations where they can come through. And now with this mod, this is from Owltech. And so there is multiple versions of Owltech Let's Work habs. The one Let's Work hab I haven't been able to get to work in any instance, even with no other mods installed in my game, is the Owltech Botany hab. It's either the Botany, because one is hydroponics and one is Botany. But one of them does not work. Either way, one of them doesn't work. Now, this one works, and I've seen it work before, but the one thing I can't figure out is why I can't harvest the fruit from here anymore. I used to be able to. Now, I don't know if that's something with my load order or if that's something specifically with the update recently, but either way, you can and should be able to harvest the food from here because it normally does work. It'll say harvest and you pop up, you click it or whatnot. Now you see the aurora just now wore off, so that actually did last 2 minutes. I know I was talking for at least a minute and 30 seconds, so that lasted 2 minutes. It just now popped up and said aurora wore off, so it works. That mod is on, it works. Okay, so it doesn't show the physical effects for 2 minutes, and that might just be a loader thing, I don't know, or it might just be a mod specific thing. It's, again, Starfield with mods is like, it's a lot. It's a learning curve. It's a lot to manage, but at the same time, it's way better on Xbox Series X than it was on S. Because like now I can play with like almost 200 mods, so that's why it's kind of hard to keep track of some of these mods too. Now over here you have Industrial Replicator, and also we have all the Ryujin outfits that we need for going into the lab we're going into now. So the lab we're going into now is what I like to call the cloning lab, and it is an Owltech hab, and it is the Owltech cloning lab. But this is one of my favorite labs because look how detailed it is. You can tell he put an immense amount of time into designing this, and like it looks amazing. So the only decorations I added was the mannequins and then the Skinthetics mannequins. So as you can see, that's my character. You'd be like, that character look familiar, ain't that you? Yeah, that's me. And as you can see, you see my tattoos. So now you can actually see the full version of the tattoos. So that's why I tell y'all, with the Shades Tattoo Mega Pack mod, you can get all those 1,000 tattoos, but to be able to see them clearly, just make sure you don't have any extra like outfits in your inventory. Take all the outfits off your character, put them in like a storage container or something, and then customize whatever crew member you want while they don't have clothes in their inventory, because it's hard to see when they have pretty much all of the shirts and stuff have like the turtlenecks on them almost, you know. So now this is like beautifully set up, but this is where this lab, like, man, look at this. So first you have this gate right here, which I feel like is really good, especially because like, what if the clones came alive? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if they just broke out of the containment? You know what I'm saying? So like, they look like they're in cryo sleep, like a little frozen or whatnot. And yeah, so then we have Whiskey's Skinthetics mannequin back here, and I made him a mannequin because it was easier to get his tattoos like this. So I just use him as a template, and I use my character as a template for tattoos wise. So it's like I have one tattoo in each of the tattoo categories in a different place on the list. Since we can't choose what number of tattoo without scrolling all the way through 1,000 tattoos, it's like I have one tattoo set near 20, one tattoo set near 300, one tattoo set near 700, and then if I take this mannequin's face and put it on another character, I could just change their facial features to look like what they need to, but they have all the different tattoos in the areas on the list, so then I can just scroll through the tattoos way quicker to make them have custom tattoos, and they don't have to have one or two tattoos, because I don't feel like scrolling through 1,000 4 times, if that makes sense. Okay, so now that is the cloning lab, and again, back there you have the surgery area. I don't know if I said that, but this is the surgery area, whatnot, and basically you can see it looked a little chaotic back there, you know. So we're gonna go ahead and head out of here, and now each one of those categories of rooms is sectioned off, and these are workstations where different crew members are assigned with different gear. So as you can see, she has on the Ryujin outfit, and then they have on the hazmat outfits, and they're stationed in there. So I try to keep the role play as consistent and nice as possible. All right, so that way it's organized and not confusing for me to remember. So this is as compartmentalized as I can make it within my ship. I try to build different walls and structures to make it more, you know what I'm saying, filled and lived in, rather than super empty gaps of space and then a whole bunch of doors. It would just feel overwhelmingly compartmentalized. But this way I did it, it makes it look really nice, extremely decorated, but it's still spacious, you know what I'm saying, with quite a bit of clutter and activity and livingness in it. So now we're gonna go up to the 5th floor, and I know y'all probably like, man, bro, this is a long ship to a man. I got a lot of stuff and a lot of mods. I told you I got a lot of mods. Now you come through here, and this is a mod. This is from Modalijas Aerospace, and it basically lets you see the lights as it's going by, and you can see what's running the ship. And we have the porthole here so you can see out, and so you can see my ships that are fleet around me. They're just flying as top flight security for us. You can see the Modalijas Aerospace cockpit has lights on the top of it that are animated, so that's amazing. Now we're gonna come back through this way, and you see my elevator. We got 2 different ways we're gonna go. Okay, so I'm thinking we just go this way first. Yeah, this is the farm room. So this is where we're gonna have all of our farm working equipment. So I'm not gonna have too many planters in here, but I will have more equipment wise and storage wise stuff in here for the farm, because we are gonna have a working farm on the ship. And then when you come across the hall, this is more crew quarters. So I did build this door right here so they have their own private room here. But see, this is one of my crew members here. You see she's base game, so that's why I put her in the Frontier outfit. This is more crew members' rooms with their own custom lockers, different for each person. It comes with outfits and helmets and stuff. Now we have crew quarters beds. You come through here, you have seating. TV's a little messed up, but they have a beautiful window, and they can also see the drop ship. You see that? You can see the drop ship, and you can see my Galileo that is flying as security for us as well. Now this room right here does have a full door, so this is a room that could be for a family or a couple, but it really only works if you're assigning one person to one bed. Now if it was two half beds put here, it would let you assign two crew members, but even though it's two sides of the bed, it only lets you assign one crew member to each bed, even if it's a double bed. So just keep that in mind when you're assigning people. My soul, like, oh my gosh, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for the comments. Swear. Yeah, definitely tune in and enjoy. Tune in and enjoy. Alright, so now we have here, this is a crew station. And then when I open this up, facts, I love seeing the different ways other people play the game. Facts, yes, like I'm heavy into like the action RPG role play, but I do play first person shooter games, so I do keep the combat, you know, kind of intense for the ground combat. The sky combat I have a little bit more lenient because I'm not really good at the flying up here. But now that I have a ship that's so overpowered, I really don't mind space fights now too, my soul. Alright, now coming through here, and we have multiple sides of this, but I'm actually going to take y'all through the sixth floor, the back of the sixth floor first, because if we go through each side, it's going to be, those are a little bit more detailed. So let's go through this first. So we're going to go through the back of the sixth floor, which leads to more recreation areas. So as you can see, we have Sophia here. She is base game, but because she is security, she has a security outfit on instead of having on the Frontier outfit. So I did build this entire like wall section here with the doors and all this. I furnished the entire ship like that. All the habs that I've been showing y'all. The only habs I didn't furnish is the Modeliha's aerospace like cockpit and the Owltech habs. Other than that, everything I've been furnishing, I've been building all these different things. So now this right here, I couldn't really originally figure out what I wanted to make this room because it's so huge, and I had a rec room already in the ship, but I was like, you know what, let's just make an activity room. So we have here seating where they can actually keep track of what's going on in space and on the ground. We have the regular ping pong table. We got seating and dining. We got plenty of storage cabinets here, you know, workspace areas, storage areas. But then we have the beer pong ping pong table, I guess that's what it's called, I don't know. Then we got the pool table. Martha Katz, that's the base game character that you can actually recruit and bring on your ship as well. She is from not even a mission, just from like meeting other characters throughout side quests in base game, and so you can recruit her and her husband and her son for your crew. So all three of them live on my ship, and they haven't left, and I've had them on my ship about a month now. We've traveled all through space. So when you come through the rec center, this is where it's going to lead into the indoor greenhouse and farm. So I have not furnished this yet because I haven't unlocked the planters, and I need the plant, like I have them unlocked, but like you need certain resources to get them. And like for instance, the packing machines, I don't have the fresh potatoes, the fresh pineapples and all of this stuff. And that also goes for the planters. I can't actually place those without certain items. So like for instance, these are kind of the things I was going to use to decorate around here. So I was going to build a maze into like this room that's going to be like a greenhouse, and it's just going to be a maze that you can walk through and just get lost in a garden of fruits and vegetables. Okay, that is what this huge area is for, and that's what that 2-story Betamax outpost framework hab that I had at my outpost, that 2-story glass hab that's like an oval shape, that is what that hab is for. And that's the same thing I'm gonna be doing over there. It's basically filling it up with all the different planters with the fruits and vegetables I can grow, but building a maze out of these planters and the different potted plants and the trees and then making it to where it's like a greenhouse you can just walk and get lost in. Like, that would be amazing, bro. Just to walk up there and see your crew members lost in it. And if you've seen the ECS constant, you know why. Like, I know it's possible to have a greenhouse and all of that that's walkable inside of your ship, and NPCs could use it and like interact with it and stuff. Now, coming through the 6th floor, now we're getting to the side of the ship that's a little bit more detailed. Remember how I was telling y'all some sides of my ship and some parts of the ship you can't access with steps, but you can't get to without the elevator? Well, this is what I mean by that. So the red side is the wreck side. Okay, the red side is the wreck side. So through here we have the seating, a crew station here, very simple. Another crew station here, a working computer. Now when you come up, these are what we call bulbs. Okay, so these are bulb habs that you can add on, and these are from Tig's ship ship add-on mod or something like that. It's TIGS. What is it? Ship builder, ship expansion. I'm gonna have to look at the low order again. But when I say it's a Tig's ship expansion mod or something like that, TIGS, you feel me? And his habs are amazing. This one right here, like, he has quite a few of them that actually kind of low-key go with the Modalijas aerospace mod, but you know, you have to place them a certain way because this one doesn't let you have walls on every side, so you had to put them certain directions with the steps facing certain directions, even if you didn't want the steps facing this way, in order to get the doors to go the certain ways that I needed, which is a door here and a door here, and keeping all the other sections closed off so it doesn't have you walking out into space or running into the other space wall. Okay, so through here again, red is wreck, so we come over here. As you can see, beautiful view. And these hallways right here are also TIG habs. So it's TIG, it's not luxury habs. It's TIG. Oh my god, if I wasn't thinking about it, it'd be right there. It's right there in front of my head, tip of my tongue. Oh my god, I'm gonna look at my low order because, like, you know. But let me finish showing y'all this first, and then I'll pull up my low order, and I'm gonna give you the whole list of it in order. So this right here is where you come through. Again, the red is wreck. Now, including in both sides of the ship, there is a drop ship. Now, this is something that I didn't realize until recently while modding. You can have more than one cockpit on your ship if you use mods. Hear me again. You can have more than one cockpit on your ship if you use mods. I have 3 cockpits on my ship. 3 of them all are functional. However, I don't use this one, and I don't use the other one that's on the other side. I use these as roleplay dropships. If you've ever seen the space shows where they be like, "Oh, the spaceship's under attack. Is it the spaceship is falling? We gotta get everybody out of here. Get on the dropship." Well, this is the dropship. You feel me? If everything happened, siren up, lock it up, hop in the seat. You feel me? And that's why she's stationed there. She's ready at all times to hop in this seat. You feel me? At all times to hop in this seat. You feel me?
All is well, Captain.
Now you come through here. Let me see. Say, I missed it. LOL. Say that my name is Tommy. I also make Starfield content, mostly my reviews and build tours on Xbox X Game Pass. You tried Xenomaster yet? Oh, appreciate you for stopping by. Appreciate you for commenting, man. Appreciate you for tuning in. And yes, bro, I love Starfield. I'll definitely have to check out your content. I love seeing other people play Starfield. Not a lot of people play Starfield how I feel like more people really should. I feel like a lot of people kind of hate on the game, you know, but I feel like it's really underrated. Now, Xenomaster, I was just looking at that mod in the Creation Center the other day because I'm debating on getting it, just because if I get the Xenomaster mod, the terrariums that I showed in my ship earlier, which is like those big glass fish tanks, but it has like different decor in them, you can put items or aliens in there. Now, will the Xeno pet stay in there is a different question. Will it actually stay within the terrarium you put it in? That's debatable, you know. But when it comes down to, like, if you wanted to turn Starfield into like Pokemon, that is probably the mod for you, for real. Let's see. Appreciate you, my soul. Appreciate you shouting me out, man. My soul. Like, when I say this is the most interactive stream I have ever had while streaming, literally the most interactive stream I have ever had. My soul, like, thank you so much, for real. Like, I appreciate all of y'all for tuning in, bro. I appreciate your community for coming by and showing love, man. My soul. I hope y'all enjoying. I hope y'all enjoying my ship. You feel me? I know it's massive. It is massive, and we're almost to the end of the ship. We got 2 wings to go through. This wing, which is the rec wing, and then the other wing, which I'm gonna show y'all. That other wing is really special. So this right here is a small room that I made out of walls. So I just built some walls here, and as you can see, this is how you know I built walls, because this is actually rounded. The hab itself has round walls originally, and so in there I actually included some padding that came from one of the mods that I'm using for shipbuilding now. I can't remember the name of it, but at the end we'll have it on the list, I promise. And basically I put those to fit perfectly against the hab, because that's what they were built for. So it turns the empty metal curves into like padded curves, so it makes it have a little nice little chill aesthetic, you feel me, a little futuristic comfort. So there we have a bunk bed and a regular bed. It also has a projector screen and some weapon racks that do work. They are functional. The beds are functional. Everything I built in here is functional as well. Yeah, Xenomaster is definitely the way for real. If you're trying to like, if you want to turn the game into like where you can catch aliens and be a friend of aliens rather than fighting them all the time, that's definitely the way to go. If you want to do like for me, I get into like playing Red Dead Redemption, GTA, so you can actually turn Starfield into that if you wanted to, because like the TGS Galactic Harvest mod works great with the Xenomaster mod if you want to check those two out together, because the TGS Galactic Harvest mod basically makes Starfield into Red Dead Redemption. Like, you can go hunting, you can get food resources from the aliens that, you know, you may end up coming across. Now, in here is the quiet room. This right here is the quiet room, okay? And this is the gym area. So as you can see, we got Mathis in here in the gym, but then they're out there going through their prayer service right now. So we're gonna be, you know what I'm saying, be respectful, let them have a prayer service. So that's Mateo, that's Philip, and then this is one of the kids from the ECS Constant. He looks just like Bobby Katz, which is Philip Katz and Martha Katz's son. Now, on my ship, I have about 40 to 50 crew members all together, but I have some of them stationed at my outpost right now. But a lot of them do have crew stations on my ship already. So through here is a workout room, but this is the other side of the gym area. This is actually the yoga and calisthenics and bodyweight workout room. So you can actually sit here and do sit-ups. You can do push-ups here, and then you can also do push-ups here. Okay, and then these are not just functional for NPCs. You can actually participate in all of this. So if you wanted to pray here, if you wanted to pray here, and normally this prayer mat right here would be invisible, because again, the gray ones, the like grayish ones that look like rugs, these will actually disappear. So it'll really only be these that are shown. So then here, for instance, so if I want to join the service right quick,
I bet you've been on
hold on, wait. So that's, remember how I was telling y'all where it gives you the sit option and then you have as NPC? So I did sit on accident. So you're supposed to do actually as NPC on some of them, because then it'll give you the actual animation you're choosing. And some of them that says sit is just because I have the use animation marker mod. So there we go. So now I'm a part of the service.
Captain Brackenridge says that
Lord, we just want to say thank you for bringing everybody to the stream. We want to say thank you for letting Starfield be such an amazing game. Thank you for my stream finally working out, because we was fighting with it. We're trying to get the stream right for a couple of days now. You feel me? And Lord, thank you for Starfield. Thank you for Starfield. Yes. All right, now we gonna head back to the other side of the ship, and we about to head to like my second favorite part of the ship. Okay, my second favorite. I'm not gonna say it's my favorite. It's my second favorite, because I do kind of want to see what my garden look like before I say it's my ultimate favorite. But low-key, it's kind of giving favorite though. Okay, so we're gonna come through this side. Now you see over here, it's duplicate to the other side, but it's flipped. Okay, so this hab is the same as the other hab, but it's flipped. So what you don't see in that side, so pay attention to this. You see this? What you don't see on this side, which is this side of it that's missing because of the door, and the stuff that's here and there that's disappearing because of the doors, you see what I'm saying? That's actually available on the other side, and you can assign crew members to some of the stuff. I also included my own terminal here, so I can assign crew members there as well. Now let's see. It says Xeno will make you forget there are other parts of the game. I'm telling you, I've seen people actually play that for hours, and I was like, yo, like, I actually low-key want to go catch me some Xenopets. I just don't like fighting the big aliens. But the ones that look like cute little dinosaurs, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I go catch a few of those. I just don't want none that's like massive, like Terramorph scary. You feel me? Those, I ain't trying to catch those. You feel me? Now, through here, okay, Blue is healing. Okay, so blue, if you need healing, if you need to go to the medic, blue is for the infirmary. Okay, and yellow is the captain's quarters. Okay, so blue is the infirmary, yellow is the captain's quarters, and on the other side of the 6th floor, red is for the wreck. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go left first. We go blue first. You come through here, you see is more airlock space and more mannequins. Okay, I put some Ryujin mannequins, and I think this is a Constellation or a Reliant medical uniform one. So now again, we have the other dropship I was telling y'all about. You see, I have her assigned here as the dropship pilot. Okay, now I was gonna have the other two that was XUC pilots to be the dropship pilots, but I ain't want them to take off with the dropships, so they gotta earn their way to getting the spaceship keys. All right, now if we close this section off, you'll see more how it's actually compartmentalized to really be an airlock. So when they come in here, they're actually supposed to close all of these. You change into what you need to change into, and then you open this and come into here. So then you can close it behind you. And this right here is the med bay. We do have a full Reliant medical that I built on the ship. Okay, so it says, if you feel sick, please report to the med staff immediately. Okay, because we don't need no sickness going around on the ship, especially when we out here fighting terramorphs. You dig what I'm saying? For real. So I feel that I'm in the happiest space, lol. My soul, man. I'm talking about, hey, that's how I be when I'm up here really just playing Starfield all together. When my low order is running like this, like when I was on Xbox Series S, it was a different feeling. But Xbox Series X, as soon as I got my low order working, I mean, being on Starfield, just, man, it's a breath of fresh air. It's man. Man, I'm talking about I can spend so much time on Starfield, bro. Okay, so I did get radiation poisoning earlier. Maybe this would be a perfect opportunity for me to get healed up. Okay, so I can either go here to get healed, I can go here to get healed, because these are functional tables, and you can see they're already scanning, waiting for me to be there. And then we have the auto dock here, and then we also have the scanner here. So she's actually working at her workstation today, so I guess we'll go here, because normally Shorty don't want to show up to work, so we're gonna go to work today. Okay, so since she's at work, we're gonna give her an opportunity to do her job today. Alright, so we're gonna hop here, and now when you put these close to the wall, you see how it had me kind of feather through the wall with the camera. That's just what it is. Now you see she's scanning me to make sure I'm good for the x-rays or whatnot. Am I good, Doc? Am I good, Doc? I'm good. I'm good. X-rays good, bet. Bet. Appreciate you, Doc. Appreciate you. Now we're gonna go ahead and head to our next med station, and I do have a mod that is called Useful Infirmaries. Okay, so I actually can use the med tables and med beds to actually get healed. Now that is why you see back here is a custom hab that I furnished from scratch, and here is a fully already base game built Nova Galactic hab that I just added some decorations to, because you need to use the base game hab at this moment to be able to activate using Useful Infirmaries. And this is what it looks like when you use Useful Infirmaries. Oh, bet. All right, yeah. I need to check out those Xeno vids then, man, because like I still don't understand how to like when I get Xeno mastered, am I gonna have to still fight the aliens to make them my friends? Or do I just throw something at them and then it catches them like a Pokemon and then they come out nice again? You see what I'm saying? Because like I recall being on another game, DayZ, where they have something similar. It's a mod very similar where they take a egg and you throw it at a bear and you catch the bear. But if you throw the egg again, the bear is vicious. And if it sees you, even though you threw the egg and you caught it like a Pokemon, it will still attack you. You see what I'm saying? So I just want to make sure the Xenos ain't gonna do that to me, because I ain't trying to go capture a guard dog terramorph and then I throw it back out and then it's trying to attack me. You know what I'm saying? So I would love to know more about that. You feel me? So now I have here at the Useful Infirmaries section, right? This is an actual mod, okay? What you can do is perform full medical evaluation to figure out what issues you have, and then heal wounds, cure afflictions, or treat addictions, okay? So we're going to do perform full medical eval, okay? So let's see. No afflictions to cure, no wounds to heal, no addictions to treat. So that means I'm in good health. I'm in good health. My health is a little low, but I'm in good health. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do heal wounds. Say no wounds to heal. We say cure afflictions. It say no afflictions to cure. Treat addictions. There's none of those. So you back out. So it basically don't heal you from
Always a
the
pleasure,
heal bar
Captain.
just being down, the health bar just being down. It has to be an actual injury that you're facing, and it'll solve it for you. Okay, hold on. That was not wise of me to come over here. I came on this bed on this side, and now hold on. Can I get out of here? I sat.
All
Oh, there
systems
we go.
looking
I
good,
sat
boss.
on the side of the bed
All is
that
well,
it's a
Captain.
little
All
risky to
things
get out
considered.
of. When you walk up on this side, it's gonna make you try to get off of this side. So then I did that, and I forgot I had this IV stand there. A little risky. A little risky. It's all right though. Now, when you come through here, this is where I did all the decoration. This was originally empty. So this part of the infirmary is completely empty and original. And so this med bed also works as well.
Hello.
And you can assign crew members to be injured in the infirmary. You can assign crew members to work in here. That's why you see them working. You can assign them to sit down. You can assign them to be in the waiting room. So I also figured out that this chair, for whatever reason, when I placed it, it actually doesn't work. But there is a version of it that works. But I placed it and I can't pick it up
Always
now.
a pleasure.
So that's why it's here. But it would be great if I could actually like sit in it, but I can't sit in it because I actually put the wrong version down. Okay, so that's another thing when you're building and using a lot of mods. Be careful because some mods have duplicates. Like you might have two mods that had the same chair, but one works and one don't. And if you don't save before building and you get carried away
Everything
building an
was
hour
good
or
at
two
my
in the
station.
building or whatnot, 30 minutes in the building even, and then you play something and realize you can't pick stuff back up. Whoo! Man, I'm telling you that feeling is different, man. But it's a learning game with it. You feel me? It's a learning game with it. So when you come through here, this is the science lab office. This is just for where the doctors can come back and study and learn a few things. And now through here is the ship's morgue. So as you can see, we got some shelves and we got the autopsy tables, and then we also have the sinks. And this is not the functional sink down here because it is the morgue. But we do have functional sinks in the ship. So that is the morgue that we have there. We have this science office here for the Reliant medical
Ready for
workers.
action.
This is the X-ray and surgery ward
May
back
I
here,
help
and
you
then
with
this is
something?
pretty much the clinic area.
Captain
And then
on
when you
deck.
come out of here, now we're gonna go to what is pretty much the last wing of the ship that I have to show y'all. It's not even a full wing, but it kinda is, low-key, because it's not the size of like the infirmary side and stuff like that, but it is quite big. So remember how I was telling y'all the yellow goes to captain's quarters? Well, I made my own apartment in the ship, so that's why I have a door in my section. So if I was to close and open all the doors around the ship, you will notice every other hallway like this has an open end other than the airlocks and where my apartment. Okay, every other part of the ship does not have doors at the end of hallways. So now through here, this is my own little corridor hallway for going into my residence. But I also wanted to make sure Whiskey had his own room too. So this is Whiskey's room in the residence in here. So he has his own little seating area and stuff. You feel me? And we got the purple and gold. You know what I'm saying? Long live Kobe for sure. So you feel me? We got that design in here, really nice. And you can assign them to different benches, to tables, to chairs, and different activities they can do. You do have a workstation here you can assign crew members to. And through here is Whiskey's bedroom. So it is a jealousy door right here. I hope I'm saying that right. Jealousy. Is that how you pronounce it? It's a sliding door, but they say it's spelled jealousy or something. So I don't know if that it looks like it looks how it sounds. It sounds how it looks to me. You know. So we got his desk right here. Got him a locker over here. And I didn't put too many decorations and stuff because I wanted it to be, role play wise. It's like, hey, Buddy got most of his stuff back home where our stuff is at the crib. You feel me? With our parents and stuff. So through here, if we close our corridor here, mind you, we got nice little fossils, empty fish tank that I wish had fishes. But now we come through here and this is my apartment. So let me close this door so y'all can really see. So this is actually sectioned off like if this was like a corridor for its own private apartment complex within the ship. And then it's like you got neighbor door here, neighbor door there. You know what I'm saying? Now when we come through here, this is a full apartment I built. Okay, so now through here we got the living room, big TV, nice little simple seating, and I wanted to use these support beams as a little extra decoration, so that's why I centered the chair behind that. I really like that. Small little seating over there. Now I got plenty of storage that I'm going to put stuff on with the strap it down mod, but I haven't crafted the strap it down hammer yet and that basically allows you to put static items and make them sit still so they don't move if people run into them or if the ship moves and stuff. So I'm gonna fill these shelves with stuff that I collect eventually. Through here is the kitchen slash dining hall. So we have mini little seating area. We have a galley, working sink, and also we have another fish tank there. And all of these little small rooms have doors on them. I just don't want to open and close them all because I'm going to have to open and close them real fast, and it's really small, the area. So then right here, you have a walk-in shower. Now I will show you this one. So you have a walk-in shower. You also have a walk-in bathroom with the door you can close. It is a full bath. You have your captain's quarters bed with a UC cutlass on the wall. It's positioned there. You have a captain's quarters locker. You have more weapon racks as well as a locker right here that does not function. Now you have all of these more decorations in your office back here, and it just looks like you're a collector that's been traveling through space, like, and you're like a treasure hunter or something. Like, this is perfect, you know. So then through here you see all of the different little decor and stuff, and you can literally, oh, if I can get it, close the doors as you go. It's easier again to close them when you're not playing without a crosshair, but I play without a crosshair, so it's just for immersion purposes. Now come through here, you would think that's the end of the apartment. Nope, nope. Now you come through here, this is the hallway, the main hallway, and I like to showcase some of my spacesuits, you know what I'm saying? So I got the Nomad customized spacesuit. This is what's called, this is a mod. I also have the what is it? Let me look at the name of it. God, because I be forgetting. The Atlas infantry spacesuits pack mod. So I have that. So that's one of those spacesuits there. I have a Ranger spacesuit that I collected. I have a couple Constellation spacesuits and another Atlas spacesuit that's built for winter with like a puffer coat jacket hoodie on it, which I really like. So, and then I also have my UC Vanguard Navy uniform that I got after finishing the UC Vanguard questline. So remember when we were talking about the Xenomaster mod, this is the terrarium things I was talking about. Like, you might can fit your little aliens in there, your Xeno pets in there, because I put my little robot buddy, and he ain't left yet. Hey, little buddy, you gonna move so the people know you real? There you go. See? He moves. So that's my little robot buddy. So he stays in there. And you can open and close it, and it stays on your ship. I mean, he ain't left yet, so yeah, I mean, it might work with Xenomaster. It might actually work. So you feel me? So definitely check out the TG's Galactic Harvest mod, and this comes with that. And so you could definitely use those terrariums for that for sure. So we have this residential room here, which is my second bedroom, which could really be either Whiskey's room, or if I was able to like have like a Starfield kid, then it would be like my Starfield son or daughter's room. You feel me? It's basically like a space explorer's room with a treasure hunter safe back here. So you have safes here, and then more storage. And I think this is the Owltech treasure vault have. I just didn't put a vault door on it because it wasn't enough space. But it's okay, because I made sure I put a vault somewhere in my ship. You cannot have a spaceship without a vault, man. Because then what happens when you find all the goods that you need at a star station somewhere in the middle of a high level settled system, or not so settled system? Then they try to take over. You feel me? So now you come through here, and this is my bedroom. This is my captain's quarters bedroom. You feel me? So I have my own private navigator's chair. I also have some artifacts and statues, some collectibles. You feel me? I have me some spaceship tech. You know what I'm saying? Got my gold bars. I got my laptop and my Xeno fluffies. You know what I'm saying? I got my dartboards. You feel me? And then look at my little buddy right here. This is like my little transformer buddy. Say hey to the people, buddy. He moves. I swear he do. Say hey to the people. There you go. You see him? You see him? But so there you go. Oh, you said looks awesome. Appreciate you, dog. My soul. Like, I really get heavy into decor, man. Heavy into the interior decorating and the building with ships up here. Like, my soul. Especially with the place doors yourself mod, which is how I was able to build this ship so intricately and choose where the pathway of the ship goes. Man, when I say place doors yourself, is probably one of the best mods you can get, especially if you're trying to ship build and, you know, be able to build something that's versatile and, you know, it's the most of what it can be. So now here, as you can see, I have 2 more Skinthetics mannequins, and then I also have another enhanced mirror, and also I have another regular mannequin that I can store specialized spacesuits on with lights. Now this spacesuit came from Scully's Emporium mod, as well as the Scully's Emporium loot add-on mod goes hand in hand with that, so it gives you like the little decor stuff like this that I put here, and then also like that foot chest right there that my character's synthetics mannequin is standing on. So then also you can actually customize these mannequins not just by putting their faces on them. So like if you put your character's facial design on it, you can also put whatever outfits you want on the character, and that's another way you can see what the outfits look like on you or on a teammate. But also, if you just want to store outfits so you don't have to worry about losing them, right? And you can store whatever outfit on whatever character. It doesn't matter. You see what I'm saying? It just, hold on. I clicked and took it back in the inventory. But it basically lets you put whatever outfits. And also, like, I have little accessory mods and stuff that let you put backpacks on instead of having to put the spacesuit on. Like, this is one of my favorite backpack versions. You know, so, like, I have so many different mods that give you different capabilities. So, like, for instance, this right here, there we go, so you can choose to put outfits on them, and then you can store it, and it gives you the space for like 49 to 50. I say 49 because if you're doing spacesuits, you're probably not even gonna fit that many on there, but if you're doing outfits, 50. But if you're trying to add any type of helmet, backpack, or space pack or spacesuit piece, if you even add one of those, it's gonna limit you to like 49, 48 outfits. You know what I'm saying? Just because of the weighted items. Now through here, and then I have the final area, which is my bath. Nice small sink, built-in soap dispenser. It is functional. It says you take a drink at the top right of the screen, then it says distilled water added. So we have the version of the sinks that give distilled water, you have the ones that give you bottled packs of water that are just regular water, and then we also have the poster of you know who. You feel me? Now I'm not gonna tell you his name because you gotta play Starfield to know. You feel me? If you ain't played through the Starfield missions, I ain't gonna spoil it for you, but just know, yeah, you just remember that face. You feel me? So now come through here. I just like to open the doors as I go so my crew members can open the doors they're not able to. And pretty much that is my ship, y'all. That is my ship. Wait, now we done seen the whole ship. So this is the bulb from the other side, so you can see the drop ship. So it looks like it would just detach and take off into space and be safe by itself if it needed to be. You see my shield up there? That's a modded shield too. You feel me? So I want to give a special shout out to any of the mod creators that, you feel me, have actually made these mods so that me making my game save is possible. So what I'm going to do is, and it's always risky when I do it, if you play Starfield, you know it's risky to open the creations menu while you're in game, but it's okay. I'm going to save first, and then I'm going to open creations and hope it doesn't crash the game. But I want to show y'all my entire load order in order so you can see what I'm rocking with. And then that way, if y'all actually want to implement any of these into your game, just know they run together, they run fine. And anything that was like a conflict, I listed in the stream already. So it's like, you feel me, I pretty much showcased almost all of the mods, not all of them, you feel me, but I did showcase quite a bit of them. All right, so now that that save was successful, what we're gonna do is go into creations. All right, and so you see the very first mod at the top is SKK Fast Start new game. That mod has been a lifesaver throughout my modding process of trying to figure out my load order for Starfield, because I don't want to have to play through that opening tutorial every single time that takes like 30 minutes just to be able to realize, man, something in the game save was messed up because of the load order that I had at the time. So now that I have it working load order, I still keep that included because that's how I started to save off. I just went ahead and skipped that first constellation tutorial because I didn't feel like sitting through it. I had did all that fighting with my load order. So now I also have Unity Framework, which is a mandatory requirement. So some of these are mandatory requirement mods. Some of them are pretty much prerequisites for other mods that are in my low order. So Unity Framework goes with a mod called Green and Gold. And I'm going to show you Green and Gold. But first, I'm going to show you the rest of these mods up here. But Green and Gold basically gives you Star Finance minus all of the upcoming updates and stuff like that. Green and Gold is pretty much finalized for the most part. Now, Star Finance is an amazing mod, but it's not finished yet. And they had a lot of plans for it. It's not complete. And then some people is saying it has certain bugs and stuff. So Green and Gold, it gives you an economy system the same way Star Finance does similarly, but it's more put together and finalized and finished already. And it works great. So you can basically get a bank account and do credit through the Green and Gold what's it called, through the Gal Bank ATMs and stuff. Now we have TG's Galactic Harvest, Neon City Maps, which basically gives you pop-up city maps throughout the location of Neon, It replaces those just random decoration posters. It actually gives you decoration. It actually gives you direction posters rather than decoration posters. Then we have the QSO Safe House, which I will show you in a second, as well as the green and gold, because we're going to be going to those locations anyway. The real elevator is an amazing mod. However, I found a bug with it, and I think it was just because of where I have it placed in the low order, as you can see. So that's why it's unchecked. I did not showcase the real elevator mod in this, but if you know, you know, I did showcase it in my mod review video that I did. But here on the stream, I turned off the real elevator because it was preventing me from finishing a mission at the Grenadine Corporation building in Neon. So I took it out of the load order. But that mod does work great. But with this load order that I have, there is a bug with the Grenadine Corporation with this load order. So I may have needed to put it in a different location in the load order. And I didn't feel like trying to troubleshoot it and figure out where it needed to go in the load order. So I just decided we're just not going to, you know what I'm saying? We're not going to use the real elevator mod. So then they'll have crowd kids, which basically means that instead of Starfield being a world where you see that there is no kids in the game at all in space in any of the worlds. And it's really odd because when you go to Aquila, there's teachers, there's principals, there's like a mother and daughter that's homeless there. But when you see the teacher, the principal, the school, you don't see kids around. And then you talk to the kids in Aquila City and they will tell you after doing like the first mission there, they'll straight up tell you, yeah, there's not really kids here. And then you go to Neon and Sidonia and you realize there are literally no variations of townies around at all. So this basically just changes up the spawns to have actual like realistic settings in the city. So you may see 90% of the usual same spawning of adults, but then it will give you like 2%, 3% of a chance to have more kids spawning in to make it look like it's more of an actual city. So you'll see parents and their kids, you'll see full families, and that's another way you can incorporate into your game save if you use the Barge recruitment beacon mod, because that's the only way you can get families in your game is the Barge recruitment beacon. So this is the other option to get families in your game, which is crowd kids. Now you come to Atlas Clothing Advanced Tech Wear. Some of the best space suits I have ever seen in my life. They come with the exoskeletons on some of them. They got the high-tech mask, you feel me? They even got a marine uniform space suit, you feel me? They got Mark 1 and Mark 2 of every space suit as well. So it's really good, and you can also use it as an overhaul, which is the next mod, the Atlas Clothing Ecliptic Overhaul mod, okay? That is basically if you want to change what the characters are wearing from Ecliptic. So all the Ecliptic people will be wearing a variation of the different outfits and stuff. Now I'm kind of scared to be scrolling through this list so slow just because I'm like, I don't want it to crash the game, but I'm gonna just try to go through them, explain them as fast as possible and keep it pushing. So faction kiosk, you feel me? Scully's kid apartment, which basically makes the apartment completely empty so you can decorate it at your parents' house. Empty sleep crate, same exact thing, self-explanatory. It just empties out that location so you can decorate. Working stoves, self-explanatory. Kid stuff cooking. This basically makes the apartment that you have the Scully's kid stuff at, which kid stuff is a trait you can get in the game that lets you have parents in Starfield. When you go to your parents' house, you'll realize the stove does not work. This mod fixes that. It also makes the refrigerator work. It also adds a coffee and tea machine that work. Okay, and it respawns. So that's just what that mod is. You have show star names, which basically is self-explanatory. It shows all of the star names on the map so you don't have to search through all of those dots of solar systems trying to find a solar system that has a planet within that solar system and you don't know what the name of none of them are. You know what I'm saying? Then you have show date when waking up. This, I have done ample amount of testing with it since I've been on Xbox Series X, but also when I was on Xbox Series S. When I was on Xbox Series S, it worked. When I switched to Xbox Series X, it now does not, like, I can't get it to show up anywhere. I can't, and the thing is, I'm not the only person saying this. The mod is a great idea to be able to keep track of what time of day in game it is and what day it is, you know what I'm saying? Because it already shows you time of day, but it's when you sit down. But it doesn't show you the year and the date. So this mod does that. I've seen this mod work about 2 times about a year ago when I was playing Starfield on the Xbox Series S. Since then, I have not figured out how to get it to work. Okay, so it's either the load order compatibility, but even putting it in by itself, some people have said that this mod still doesn't work. I have personally seen it work at one point. It just doesn't work now. So I don't know if it's my load order where it's positioned at or whatever. I just did not take it out of this load order list just in case it decided to fix itself. You know what I'm saying? Because and I didn't want to fight with my low order no more. So again, any of these mods you see up here that you don't want included in your low order, leave them out, and it's not going to cause any conflict to your game. If anything, it's going to improve how fast it runs compared to mine, because I have so many, you know what I'm saying, mods up here, and some of them are unnecessary because they don't actually affect the game save right now. So we also have immerse sleep, which is basically immersive sleep, so you can see yourself sleeping, so you get the animation when you're waking up. So that's what we saw earlier. Then you have vanilla flashlight improve, VFI. Then you have ship exterior camera separation, which basically makes it spaced out so you can see your ship, especially if your ship is the size of mine. My ship is literally the maximum size ship you can use. I use every single ship part you can use to build it. Like in the sense of, if you can only have 200 ship parts, I use all 200. Well, I use the max amount of ship parts it lets you use, and it's the max amount of height and width and length as well. So that's why I'm like, it's a great mod to have when you have a ship that's that big. Now, the only issue with it is, you saw how when you scrolling with the camera stick, it sometimes flies through the wall. That's just unavoidable. You know what I'm saying? The 1K been there, done that. That's pretty much just, if you want to fast travel without having to have done a mission already. And now the thing is, this can be, a dangerous thing in your game if you're not conscious and smart about what you're doing with it. So don't deliberately try to go somewhere in game that you need to do a mission first to go to, because you probably will break the game. But if you go somewhere where it's like, okay, this don't need a mission and I can go here, I just don't feel like walking there, and I don't, want to walk all the way there just so I can fast travel, or I don't want to fly all the way there just so I can fast travel. If you can scan it, you can go to it. Just know, if you scan it and it's something that you need to do a mission for first to activate it or whatnot, you can cause problems with your game save. So this mod works perfectly, especially how it's intended to. Just know, if you use it wrong, that's all on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is with mods anyway. But with that one mod, it's that serious. Now, alternate Paradiso solution, I'm not gonna tell y'all what that mod is. I'm gonna skip past it, but you see what it is. You saw what it is. So you choose if you want to use that one. We have choose your universe. That basically lets you choose if you gonna, you feel me, come back into the game and what's it called, at new game plus type. You feel me? You could choose what new game plus story you're gonna get. You see what I'm saying? Rather than letting it randomize. You have lower your weapon mod, which basically lets you, instead of having it at a low ready, you can also have it all the way holstered, or you can low ready or have it at a high ready as well. You have sit and wait anywhere, which is basically self-explanatory. It gives you an item that you can use to sit, kneel, do push-ups and dance. But again, you saw the other mods that I had that worked just as great, and it was not this mod, but it gives the same options. You see what I'm saying? This one is proper companion previews. If you don't put it in the right place in your low order, it won't work, but this does work in the position it is on my low order. So everything in this low order is in the right order. It's just, if you want to take something out, you can take something out. But if you try to add something into it, I can't control if your game save is going to work or not, okay? I have increased trait count. And that's basically, is self-explanatory. Character boost by old man beard. Okay, now character boost by old man beard, that's basically if you want to rank up real fast and you ain't trying to do no missions, but you want to be able to unlock stuff in the game. Go ahead, go talk to OMB. You feel me? That's what his name's short for, OMB. You feel me? So yeah, definitely go check him out and get you some stats up. You feel me? Shades Tattoo Mega Pack, which I was telling y'all about. Then Scotty Us One's Celestial Ink Works. That's the skin tone tattoos. Then you have Starfield hair and beards. That's how my crew members have custom hair with tech built into it. You know what I'm saying? Skinthetics. That's how you change your character's face. So if you want to change what you look like and then give another character that face, you can do that. If you see somebody walking down the street and you like how they look and you want to change your character to look like that, you can do that as well. And that comes with a little mini quest line. It's not nothing hard to do. And it's really easy to unlock Skinthetic up, which is the new craftable chemical you need. Aurora lasts 2 minutes. It says because slow motion. You know what I'm saying? Blank is fun. You feel me? So that's basically the mod description, but it don't tell you much about it, but it really does last 2 minutes of Aurora. Okay. Now interact with pull-up bars and all weight benches. That's self-explanatory. Shade stealth takedown. So I haven't showed y'all this. I would love to show y'all this though, but I need to be in combat for it. So basically, you don't have to be fighting to do this, but it's good to use it in combat. Basically, you can do stealth takedowns in the sense of, like, if you want to knock somebody out and do it and nobody here, you can do that. One shot hit knockouts, you feel me? like all that. You feel me? Let's see. Shades immersive looting works great. You can basically take any clothes off any NPC. So if you want their outfit, you don't have to go buy it. You don't have to try to search for it. You can trade them your outfit. If you don't like your outfit and you want their spacesuit, you can trade it. You feel me? That's exactly what Shades Immersive Looting is for. But it also allows you to loot their inventory too. So if you want to take their med packs, you want to take their guns, you can do that. You want to trade them guns, you can do that. You feel me? Now, NPC enhancer gun is pretty much the same thing, but I showed y'all the details of that earlier. Size zapper, it's explanatory. Excuse me. Sometimes with the game, if you have certain mods installed, it will make certain things happen with NPCs or with the little Xenos where they'll be the wrong size. Size zapper, it just lets you size things back to their original size to what they need. Or if you want to upsize things to make them gigantic, you can do that. NPC clothing inventory mod, that's, you know what I'm saying, that's self-explanatory. It's basically you just get a knife and it doesn't do damage, but it lets you change the NPC's outfits and inventory and their equipment and stuff. No hat for Sam Coe is self-explanatory. Crew wanted, SSNN message board, that's when I was telling y'all it let y'all recruit new people, and so it basically show you a list of all the new people and where you can recruit them at. So this is the crew types of people that you can get, and it actually works amazingly. You know what I'm saying? The only issue I had was the conflict with the enhancer gun, where it doesn't let you change their clothes. Like any crew member from this mod, it does not let you change their clothes with this mod, because it will say you're stealing from the characters of this mod. You see what I'm saying? Now, keep generic crew members around. That works great. It's self-explanatory so that they don't disappear. Brother from Another Mother mod, I told you about him. The new crew is basically a group of crew members with, as you see, it says over 1,300 voice lines, and it's a great mod. It is a great mod. They work great. Their voiceovers are kind of low-key better than some of the base game ones too, but you can add them to your crew as well. So it's like, what? It's 6 of them. And then you can add them on top of all the other crew members you can recruit. So, I mean, I got 6 plus that 1 plus however many other generic crew members I keep around. But then you have the gangs all here. The gangs all here let you have multiple crew members come with you and fight. So if you want to go out and go on a road trip and take 10 crew members with you, I don't know if it'll let you take 10, but you can call as many crew members as it'll let you have. Reminds me of Saints Row the Third when you call for backup and Shawnee and them pull up. You dig what I'm saying? Same way. Now, Starfield has a limit on ships. You feel me? With base game. With this mod, it lets you have 200 ship crew slots, so you can have 200 members on your ship. But you can also have more ships in your fleet with another mod I have coming up. Recruit anyone as ship crew, self-explanatory. And it's not just ship crew. You can station them to outposts, but it works best with ship crew. The lounge, I haven't unlocked it yet, but I know what it looks like. It is an amazing mod, but you have to go there after you finish a mission at the eye first, because this is skinned off the eye. So I haven't been there yet, and I can't showcase it to y'all. Sorry. Star Station Player Home, that's an amazing mod. Your personal space station, these are things that are already in my game save right now that I have loaded in. I'm just telling y'all my load order so y'all have the exact load order, load for load, so that way, you did what I'm saying? Like, it's load for load exactly that way. I want to try something right quick, because let me see. Can I change the canvas right quick? Will it let me? No, it won't. Okay, good to know. All right, so then these are the usable NPC animation mods right here. So you have usable animation markers, usable NPC animations, and then you have outpost furniture add-on for NPC animations. All 3 of those work hand in hand work great together. Okay, so just I recommend using those. Then you have ship crew assignments and living outposts. These work great. Now the thing is, one of these is paid and one of them ain't. I don't remember which one's paid and which one's not, but both of them are worth it. Even if both of them was paid, I would buy both of them. But the fact that one was paid and one wasn't, and they go hand in hand together, I went ahead and bought the other one, and then it ended up working out, and they both are now some of my favorite mods. Fleet Commander, we talked about that. That's basically so you can have escort of your ships flying with you, defending you and stuff, fighting for you. If you don't want to fight, you can change their weapons on their ships, and then they'll fight, and you can even have them fighting with EMP weapons, and then if they're strong enough EMP weapons, boom, and knock out the shields of the other ship. You ain't got to shoot at all. You can just go dock onto that ship. That's what I do. Then you have SKK ship management tools, and basically let you teleport to your ship, call your home ship to come pick you up, and call your vehicle to you. You know what I'm saying? Outpost limit. Well, I don't know if that's a call your vehicle to you on this one. I'm not sure. It might be though. Outpost limits increased. That's basically self-explanatory. Mordred's high value cred sticks. That's self-explanatory. It just raises the price of the cred sticks that you pick up off the ground or find throughout. If you find cred sticks, they might just be a higher value. Shade's vehicle tuner. Bard's outpost recruitment beacon. Bard's zero cost space crew. Bard's characters essential changer. So basically, all these is self-explanatory for the most part. So this is how you get more crew members to your